Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the 4K Lowdown. Welcome to the 2022 Lowdown Awards. I'm just going to go ahead and bring in my special guests, my fellow nominees, starting with my partner in crime, Rich, aka Turner Fan 77. Rich, what's going on, brother?
Hey, not much, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited. Are you ready for this?
I am ready. I've been looking forward to it all week.
Oh man, me too. All right, so let's go right in. Bring in our tag team partners that are gonna do our nominations with us and did our voting. Let's get him in here. First of all, let's bring in Alex. Alex from Geeks and Flicks. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hanging in there.
He's hanging in there. I'm sorry. Yeah. He's feeling under the weather, guys, but he is here. Yeah. He is a trooper.
Yeah,
he is the Keebler Norbit, and he is ready to go.
Let's go. Batman all the way, baby.
Do it. All right, let's bring in the fourth, last but not least, Nate from Nate Flicks Reviews.
Nate. Last but most is what.
Last but most. The undefeated. Nate.
Undefeated. I'm feeling over the weather, so that's good because Alex is under the weather. I'm over the weather. So together, we are at the weather.
We're at the weather.
Yeah.
Rich, are you at the weather right now?
It's shitty here. It's cold, windy.
Okay, so no, are you better than the weather?
Yes.
Great. All right, so let's see what we got. We got Dell. Dell's here.
What's up, Dell?
What's up? Yeah, thanks a lot for coming in, Dell. We got Harrison. Really
Salute.
Salute to the chat. We got Joe Joker. What's up, Joe? We got my son David.
David.
And me.
David.
Got my daughter Amanda and my other son Eric. It has begun. He's doing
Butters.
He's wearing his brown pants, so my son's ready. She's got the red shirt on, so she's ready for her away mission. And that's Cody. Cody, thanks for jumping in. I appreciate that.
Cody.
And then, David saying hi, Harrison saying let's go, and then my son, and then my oldest son's girlfriend, Madison. Hey, thanks for jumping in. I really appreciate that. So we have quite a good turnout. 9 people so far. I'm happy.
I want to apologize in advance if you guys hear any.
Your daughter made it.
Yeah.
You guys hear any yelling? My whole family's at my house, so if you hear yelling, we're a loud bunch. So I apologize in advance if there's background yelling.
Are you Latino?
Puerto Rican. So,
yeah, expected.
It's fine.
There you go. I can't help it. Yeah. I'm just warning you guys.
And Joe says it's getting hot and heavy tonight, fellas. I can feel it. I appreciate that. It's absolutely cold in my house right now. Well, it's cold in my office. It is officially the coldest room in my house, because it's the furthest away from the fireplace. So we are here tonight to go over our nominations for the 2022 Lowdown Awards, and you guys in the chat are going to pick the winner. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to talk about what we did. So we were on Instagram on the 29th of December, and we did our nomination show where we picked, our movies for each category. And my son says it's just as bad as Filipinos. We are allowed to, and that's correct. But basically, let's take a look at the categories, because I just happen to have a picture. If I can find it, there it is. So for our major awards, we each had one nomination, and the big one, that's movie of the year. That's going to be our last award that we do tonight. And that was basically our favorite movie that came out on physical release during 2022. Those of you that don't remember the rules that we had, the rules were that it had to be released on video, or in some cases on streaming during the year 2022. So it could have actually been released in the theater in 2021 to be nominated for these awards. So like I said, movie of the year was our favorite. And then the 4K transfer of the year. That's not necessarily the best movie, but the best 4K transfer. We have the Legacy Award, which is for the catalog titles that were released in 2022. The Streamer Award, which is our favorite movie on streaming. Our Sleeper Award, which is the biggest surprise. Our Stinker, which was the biggest disappointment. and then our collector award, which is our favorite purchase of the year. And I still got to go grab mine. So I'll do that when we actually get ready to do that award. Then we have the minor awards. The minor awards are just for the genre. And we had 2 nominations. So 2 of us we got to nominate one, but we didn't get to nominate for every category. So for the favorite action movie, we had Alex and Nate because they do the Action Movie Guys podcast.
Go check that out.
Yeah, go check that podcast out, guys. They've had 3,020 episodes, I think, and it's awesome.
Close.
I was close, right?
Yeah.
You're very close.
Okay, so the favorite animated movie, that was Alex and Rich. The comedy was Rich and Nate. Favorite drama was myself and Rich. Fantasy movie, myself and Alex. Horror movie, myself and Nate. Sci-fi movie, Alex and myself. And then favorite thriller was Nate and Rich. So we're going to do the minor awards first. But before we do, what did you guys think of the nominations and the categories that we had this year? Was there anything that you think we ought to maybe do next year, or anything that we might just take out because we don't need to worry about?
I liked all the categories.
No, I thought it worked. It worked very well. Yeah.
Except Alex tried to pick Top Gun Maverick.
Alex picked Top Gun
Every time.
Every time. Yeah.
Best
He was
comedy.
trying.
Best animated.
We got Mika that joined us. Hey, Mika.
I will
And,
say, as far as your question, yeah, I like the categories. I thought it was interesting that we can't pick something more than once. So I'm sure it happened to each one of us at least one time where we had to go to our backup option. But that's okay, because if it was in my top 2 in that category, to me, they're both, deserving of being talked about. So
Yeah.
And that's fine. Yeah. So my son says, Desmond says hi. Desmond is my grandson. He turns 1 today.
Oh,
So
happy birthday. He made it.
He did.
He made it.
He made it.
Made it to his first
Parents
birthday.
kept him alive.
That's great.
So, but yeah. Oh, such an awesome kid. I love him. Well, Top Gun was great. Yes. Top Gun was the best. So I agree with Alex. Yeah. Top Gun did get the most nominations, even, as a whole, because we could each nominate that movie one time. And I think everybody but Rich. I don't think Rich did a nomination for Top Gun.
No.
Alex.
No, Alex did. I did.
Yeah.
I think David did.
And I did for sure.
Yeah, I think he just didn't get a chance to because we put it in all the main
Took all
categories it fits in.
Yeah. No, yeah. Rich would have been like, no, I'll put it in for my biggest disappointment.
Best comedy.
Best
Like the
comedy.
Golden Globes with The
Put it
Martian.
in
Best
for my
comedy.
Collector's Award.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Happy birthday to Desmond. What a great kid. And had his birthday party last weekend. That was a blast. But yeah, I'm glad. This is something that, like I said, I've been doing solo for 10 years. And I do the rule of I can only nominate a movie one time so that more movies can be brought to the surface.
Right.
So otherwise I would have been like, Top Gun for every category. But I did like the fact that something could be nominated more than once because we all liked it. And Top Gun was one of those movies. And
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So you did this by yourself for 10 years.
Yes.
What made you decide to add additional people for it?
Because I was lonely. There was,
Okay. All right.
and usually I did the award show by myself. If you saw my very first stream on YouTube was the 2021 Lowedown Awards, and I had nobody. Nobody showed up. Nobody. So I was like, okay, I guess I got to do the voting myself. But but that's okay. And that's just I mainly did it on Twitter. I got a lot of, I did Twitter polls and stuff like that, and that's how I got the stuff. And so that worked out pretty well. But trying it on YouTube last year was unsuccessful. Yeah.
But not this year. This year is going to be very successful. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And I want to
You
thank
right?
you guys for
We're
being
going to bring the house
Down.
Before Alex.
Yo, dude, I
coughs,
sound like an 80-year-old. Can't do it right now, but
you to bring me.
yeah, I sound like an old ass Ric Flair right now.
Ooh.
I'm styling and
You sound like
profiling.
Marge's sisters from The Simpsons.
Oh, now you're gonna start dissing me in front of millions of people around the world.
they sound like they ate a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, I sound like
What's up,
that.
Robert?
Yeah, I want to say hey to Aaron who's on. Robert's on. Thanks, Robert.
Evan is here.
Evan?
Hey,
Evan is
Evan.
here.
Evan?
What's
So
up,
much
brother?
for joining.
My main
Uh,
man.
Yeah,
Let's start the party off. Let's start off the fireworks.
let's do it. So let's start it off with our first minor category. This is going to be action movie. This is our favorite action movie, and this was between Nate and Alex. I'm going to go ahead and put the poll in now.
Get the pole dancers ready, baby.
Get them
Bats
going.
and bats and boots
Going.
and- That's when you should have had the cue the Beetlejuice video.
Or the Magic
when, they,
Mike.
when they had the hot inferno, he went, ooh. Adam, why did you put that there? I did not. Come here, baby. Boots and bats and boots and bats. He went, I can't. Oh, shoot, I'll start getting delirious. Oh, man.
What kind of
Alex,
medicine
be
do you
careful.
take?
If you move to the right, you disappear.
That's my
No,
TV.
I mean the
That's
left.
the screen.
Yeah, look, yeah, gone.
Yeah.
That's the screen.
Gone. Okay. I mean, I knew there was something there, but you just.
I'm gonna have to have
vanished.
David split us into that columns.
You just can't move sideways.
Oh, that didn't change anything.
Oh Lord.
It tuned out like an inch. It was like doop and doop. That was funny. So, yeah, I was supposed to show up for that first one, but I was busy. Oh, that's yeah.
Oh,
Thanks, Cody. Appreciate that. All right, so we have. Let me bring up the picture. So the nominees for favorite action movie are from Alex. It was Everything Everywhere All at Once, and from Nate, it was Top Gun Maverick. So I'm gonna put this up. Yeah. Oh.
Everything, everywhere at once. Absolutely terrific in every.
Flawless masterpiece.
Flawless by the
Flawless masterpiece.
flawless master.
Featuring hot dog fingers.
Jerry
Flawless
Bruckheimer's back
masterpiece.
to donate all his money for another Top Gun. From the
You think they'll make a Top
producers.
Gun 3?
Yeah,
No.
they will. They're gonna
hope
bring
not.
back. They're gonna bring back hot dog.
They're gonna bring back Goose.
No, not Goose. What's his name? What the hell was his name?
No,
Robin?
Goose.
No. His first navigator in Top Gun when Goose died. It was
No,
Tim
they're gonna
Robbins.
bring back Goose.
What was Tim Robbins' call card?
He was Merlin.
Mm-hmm. Merlin. That's who they got to bring back.
I mean, my personal favorite out of these two is easy. for me.
I already know.
Now you got to remember, this is favorite action movie.
Yeah, there's
right.
a lot of action.
Yeah, but okay, fair enough.
Both
but-
movies does have a lot of action.
Best action.
Nate, don't try to sway the vote, bro.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're doing.
Which
Don't
one?
try to be slick.
Which one of these? Which one of these? Well, let's discuss because he's taking some
Yeah.
time instead of just sitting here doing nothing.
Yeah,
tried to-
blow it up. Can you
let's-
blow us
let's
up
discuss.
so we can
So-
argue with each other live in front of everyone?
Yes.
There you go. There's the
Great.
there's the.
Poll is on.
But look at the opening sequence of.
No, listen. When you think of these two movies, right? You're
Yeah.
looking at these and you're like, I want to go see a movie,
Mhm.
and you're thinking, I want an action film. I feel like Top Gun Maverick
on the
leaps up.
surface, yes, I agree.
No,
with
no,
that.
just right away, like action film.
I don't know.
I agree. I agree with Nate.
I
But-
think everything, everywhere, everything, all the time is a movie that is not an action film that has action in it.
But it's pure. It's I don't know. It's action though, bro. All the
It
kung fu
has
fighting.
action.
There's
Yeah.
there's
Listen,
all
says, oh
kinds of
crap,
fighting.
craziness versus planes.
You got butt plugs. You got
Ew.
Nate, you haven't seen it, right?
dildos.
No, I haven't.
Oh, he hasn't seen it yet. That's why he's talking about
Everything
it.
everywhere all at once.
I mean, I still would. I would.
Everything everywhere all at once.
I still think Top Gun Maverick is what I think of when it comes to an action film. I feel like Everything Everywhere All at Once can go into like sci-fi
Sci-fi
go
action.
into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Where there is no subgenre for Top Gun. Like it's an action film.
It's an
Pure.
action film. I agree with
Well,
that.
That's my point. That's my
It has
point.
a little bit of drama.
Sure, but it's not. You wouldn't call it a drama.
Suspense.
I
It
mean,
has
you
Yeah.
could say there's
suspense.
a little
It's-
bit of
it's an
romance
action
too.
film.
It has romance.
Yeah,
That's-
well, every
that's-
movie
that's-
usually has a little bit of everything. Everything,
Yeah.
everywhere, all the
Well,
time.
look at that
but-
hand-to-hand combat scenes when they're fighting, and all Nate hasn't seen it, so
Blackish, what's
Alex,
up?
I mean, them hand-to-hand combat scenes are just
So,
fantastic.
Beckish, vote for Top Gun.
you got
No,
butt plug.
look, I'm just gonna say yes.
For the show.
I mean, those flying scenes.
Which one had butt
I
plug?
mean,
Yeah.
I saw it again this weekend.
Miles Teller. So
He's
that's the
fleeing.
same thing. I just want to say that's the same thing. Butt plugs and Miles Teller, you get the same thing.
Yeah. Well,
Only-
let me
Yeah, I
just
mean,
tell you,
the-
Miles
the-
Teller.
Mustache and the other one's a butt plug.
The pure insanity with which Joseph Kosinski directed Top Gun Maverick. You got these guys in these planes. It's visceral. You can feel it. It was great. Now, granted, I am selling this movie because clearly it was my choice.
Yes.
And I'm just explaining why it was my choice. But Alex, you go ahead. Everything, everywhere, all at once. What was your deal?
Look, it was a great. When
I mean, I know you couldn't pick Top Gun Maverick. So.
I couldn't, but I would have. But
You
I
did.
think I picked it for another one. But I think I picked movie of the year, right?
Because you had the first
Yeah,
pick for action movie, and you said Top Gun, and then
But
you
he
were
had
like,
already
"Oh,
picked
yeah, I
it
already picked that.
for something else.
So I'll do everything everywhere." And then Nate was
Yeah.
like, "I'll help you out, bro." And then he picked.
Well, I thought everything everywhere at once at the same time where you're standing is one of is one of those. I sound like Doc Holliday when he's coughing throughout the movie, so bear with me.
I think Ardell.
I think,
Tuberculosis.
oh man, really, don't even. But I thought the movie was very uniquely told, very unique storyline. I really didn't know about I didn't see the trailer when I saw it. I just saw Rich was telling me to get it, and a lot of people in our Patreon group was like, "You got to get it," and I was like, "Okay." Popped it on. I did not even know it was like a martial arts. To me, it was like a Chinese Matrix, like their version of a Matrix movie, right? Like a bizarre version of it.
Oh yeah.
But I liked it because I didn't even know
Footage.
that was Short Round until he talked. I went, "Wait a minute."
I got
sounds
about
like my
halfway through
boy.
the movie, and I was like, that sounds like Short Round. And my wife's like, "Duh."
Yeah, he said one sentence, and I went, "Wait a minute, that's my man. Hold on to your potatoes." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
He came back. I'm happy that he came back and he won the Golden Globe. He
Glad he
deserves
won
it.
the Golden Globe. He did,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Fantastic.
I'm glad
the
Michelle
Now,
won the
real quick, I
Golden
want to
Globe.
speak.
Yeah.
I want to speak to something in the chat because Dell on Movie says, "Are we shading Everything Everywhere All at Once for being versatile?" Absolutely not.
no,
No,
I'm
no.
not shading it for being versatile, but what I'm saying is I don't look at that as a pure action film. Now, I have a pick later that has a mix of genres. So, it is what it is. But primarily, I'm thinking primarily what is the movie? And I wouldn't say that is primarily an action film. That was my point.
Well,
I think it's a film that has action in it.
I think it's the IP name. Like if you go to a theater, right, and you have Top Gun Maverick one of your choices, and then Everything Everywhere at Once and whatever the hell it is, you're gonna go with Top Gun because you already know that IP and what it stands for. Whereas the other one, you really don't know, and you're like, oh, do you really want to invest that money? But word of mouth, it became something phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I think it's, to me right here, I think it's a 50-50. Yeah, I agree with you, Nate. This is a pure adrenaline action film from beginning to end. But Everything at Once has that, but it's a sci-fi version of a quirky action movie. So trying to perfectly land blood plugs.
No.
Yeah, that was
doubt,
crazy.
No
I'm
doubt.
trying to drop bombs on the I
Yeah.
don't know. Even though I think I enjoyed Everything Everywhere a little more, Maverick literally had me on my seat with its action. So I think Maverick wins the action category hands down for me.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When he comes back and the guy goes, "You're gonna do it in 4 minutes," and my man showed him that Papa Maverick is gonna be doing it in 2, and showed him off in front of everyone like, "Your ham, shut your ass down and shut up." Didn't John Hamm piss you off through the movie?
Oh yeah, what a
I
dick.
rewatched it and I'm like, "Yo, dude, shut the fuck up! Let my man Maverick do his thing, bro." And the only thing I felt bad though is seeing Ice. Didn't Val Kilmer look like John Voight? Right?
Yeah.
He did look like John Voight. Like, I just felt bad. I was like, geez, cancer's a bitch.
Yeah. Cancer sucks.
All right, so
Hashtag-
who's the winner? Who we got
The
here?
winner with 75% of the votes is Top Gun Maverick.
God, he's gonna hold this over me now.
Yeah, he is.
That's okay. You
I mean,
can get
not
your
really.
revenge.
To be honest, I'm doing my acceptance speech now. To be honest, I want to thank all the voters. I want to thank
All the
Alex
little
because
people who made this possible.
everybody who made it, David for having me. Thank
Little
you.
person,
As a matter
baby.
of fact, I really picked this movie for Alex because he couldn't pick it because
Right.
he had already picked something. So, because my backup choice, trust me, wasn't everything everywhere all at once. So this pick was really for Alex. So I won't hold it over his head because technically it was for him anyway. So we want to thank all the people and all the fans and all the competition. It was great.
And I'm sitting in my seat kissing to you. I love you, man. I love you. Oh, shoot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I
much.
want to thank my wife.
My wife. Whoever you are. Everywhere I was.
Wherever you are, everywhere, everything, all the time. My wife.
all the time, all the time.
Oh, shoot.
The love of my life. The one that makes me wake up in the morning.
All right. What's
All
the
right.
next battles?
The music is playing. The next the next category is for favorite animated movie.
Oh, I'm out on this one.
I
And
think
the-
that's me and
this
Rich.
is Alex and Rich, and the nominees are
Oh, boy.
DC's Battle of the Super Sons,
Did
and
Rich-
Alex's pick is Lightyear.
Okay. Oh, my God.
Well, I went with Battle of the Super Sons because
Yeah.
I love what DC animated does, and this was true to the comic for the most part. The animation looked like the comic artist, so it was easy to pick for me.
Yeah. Why did I pick Lightyear?
I don't know either.
Yeah, so Lightyear is about a prequel about Buzz, the real Buzz, and I think it was full.
What a description.
What a description!
The
It's
real
about
Buzz.
It's about the real Buzz,
Not the fake Buzz,
not the
but-
fake Buzz,
not
the
the toy
toy.
Buzz,
Yeah.
but the real Buzz.
the one that the toy was made after. That Buzz, and honestly, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. They should have had Tim Allen back as the voice for Lightyear.
I
But
agree.
yeah, honestly, I just picked this movie. Look, I didn't even see the damn thing.
You're
I
not a
just
big
picked it.
animated fan.
Yeah, I'm not an animated guy, so I didn't see it. But I
And
picked it because
I-
everyone
it's
told me.
not
Yeah, bro, but
terrible.
it was a random pick, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it fit perfect to have you in the action one, and then you ended up on the animated one too, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, he's got kids, he's probably seen cartoon movies and stuff.
Dude, we went to
No,
a Disney on Ice, right? And they
Yeah.
had Encanto and all this shit. And me and my kids and everyone, we looked like the Addams family. We were quiet. We were like, what the hell is going on in here?
Yeah, you
We were
watch it.
like- I was like, what is this shit?
Now, David, I would like to get your take on these two movies. If you saw them.
Well, David's his whole back wall is Disney. Yeah, David. What do you think of Lightyear?
I didn't care for Lightyear.
you
I
go.
thought I would like it more than I did, but yeah, it was okay. And
It's not terrible.
no, it wasn't terrible. I did like Battle of the Super Sons. I watched it after Rich nominated it because I was like, oh, I've got to check that out so I can get an idea of what it's about. And I did like that. I like the DC animated movies. I think
Oh,
they're
that's
really
way
good.
better.
They're so good, and they've gotten better. I think they've been really good the whole time. I mean, Flashpoint Paradox is my favorite, but I liked Battle of the Super Sons. I thought that was really good. So,
So
yeah, that would be my pick. But
Yeah,
know
I
Lightyear
didn't-
is more popular.
I didn't get to see Battle of the Super Sons yet. I do like the DC, and I mostly watch Batman stuff. I know Batman's in this one, so would be something I would like to check out. I did see Lightyear in the theater. I did not like it. I did a little review on my. It just felt so pointless. I mean, it just felt like so unnecessary. I have no idea why they made that movie. It didn't add anything to the character.
Mm-mm.
It didn't. It was just. I didn't understand it. There was no imagination or creativity as far as Pixar
And
is
it was too
concerned.
long.
One of my biggest disappointments of the year. Not the worst movie, but just one I was really disappointed with.
I was disappointed too. Yeah,
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Would it made a difference if Tim Allen voiced Buzz?
it would
If
have.
he
For
would've-
me, at least,
Mhm.
I would have been more wanting to see it if Tim
Okay.
Allen was voicing like.
What
Buzz
did you
Lightyear.
guys think that he got replaced by Chris Evans?
I mean, I think Chris Evans was fine. To be
Yeah,
honest, if
okay.
Tim Allen was in it, the movie wouldn't have been any better.
Okay.
It was,
I don't think
just
the movie
writing
would
was
have been,
not
I would
great.
have been more. I would have been more interested to go see it, but I don't think it would have improved the movie.
No.
Okay, because I didn't like what they were trying to sell. Like, this is not the real, not that Buzz. And I'm like, but if you're voicing the character of a toy, then he has to be the voice of the actual guy that he's playing. I mean, he's modeled after,
Well,
right?
no, look at it this way. The movie is supposed to be the movie that inspired the toys of Buzz Lightyear.
Right.
So if you look at it like an actor, let's say an actor like I don't know, Tom Cruise. Let's say Tom Cruise, and they make a toy of Maverick. That doesn't mean he's gonna do the voice of the toy, or that they're gonna use his voice to like play little sounds.
Yeah,
so in that regard, it works out.
I don't believe that, because if you watch Chucky, people didn't want to see the new Chucky because it wasn't Brandon Dorff. They wanted the original Chucky voice. And then the TV show, they got the original guy.
Brad Dorff, yeah.
Yeah, Brandon Dorff. And then the TV show, they got the original voice, and everyone loves the TV show because it's the original
you're talking about the reboot, Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, I think it just depends on the people. Like, do people want to hear someone new for Buzz? Because if that's the case, then they could do it for Woody and Slinky and the dinosaur and Etch-a-Sketch.
I still think it had to do with Tim Allen's political views. I think so.
I mean, the only reason I disagree is because he did the Santa Clauses with just Disney, so he's still working with the same studio.
That is true.
Yeah, I get it why they did it. It didn't matter to me, like, because it wouldn't have made the movie better. To be honest, it was kind of whack. But if people liked it, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's okay.
Enjoyed it.
All movies are subjective. That's my motto. Our motto.
Yeah,
I can't.
But I was not a fan.
Alex, please revoke my heel card. I am ashamed.
Oh, she meant geek card.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a wrestling thing, and I'm like, you should be not a heel.
She didn't see Lightyear. I saw Lightyear with my niece.
That's right. You always take your niece to these toys.
My grandson's asleep. Yeah, he hears my voice and he goes right to sleep. So
wow, you have that sleepy Morgan Freeman voice.
I have that grandpa voice.
Grandpa voice.
Yeah. So for sure, recently watched the Constantine animated movies, all pretty great. Yeah, I like the Constantine movies.
Those are good. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen those ones yet.
I can't wait for part 2.
Action figures. Chris Evans should have been live action. Of course, my daughter would say that.
Big fan. She's a big fan.
She likes his
Pecs.
eyes.
Abs.
His abs.
Lord. It wouldn't have affected my opinion of Tim Allen was Buzz. Yeah, I felt the same way. Dang, I can't vote because I haven't seen either. Oh yeah, that's the geek card.
Yeah.
Issue with Buttyard has nothing to do with the voice, but the story. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Allen did want to do Buzz because Woody was the center of the last 2 Toy Story movies, or maybe did not want to do Buzz.
I think he meant.
Fun fact: Tom Hanks' brother was the voice for all the real Woody dolls.
Tom Hanks' brother.
See, even the toys weren't actually Tim Allen. I mean, Tom Hanks. So,
well, technically, it is.
All right.
So DNA is all over the toys.
Let's end this one.
What's next?
So, with
hold up that winner,
63% of the votes, Battle of the Super Sons.
There she goes.
Takes the award.
I mean, we knew that was going to win. The trailer looked amazing.
Nate, would you have another choice for animated movie? If let's say you and I were to pick for a favorite animated movie, do you have a choice that you would pick?
I'm trying to think. Did I see any amazing
Puss in Boots? Puss in Boots?
I didn't see Puss in Boots. I did not get to see it. I heard good things. I heard League of Super Pets. I heard League of Super Pets was pretty solid.
That would have been my pick. I like
Super Pets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I saw anything animation wise that really blew me away last year. So, I mean, I have nothing in that. I was glad I didn't get that quite. I do like animated films, but I just didn't get too many last year.
One that I liked, and it would have been my second pick for animated movie. It would have been Sing 2, and I did not like the first one, but I liked the second one. I have no idea. I don't like musicals. I don't like music. I don't like movies with music, regardless if it's animated or not. But I'd like Sing 2, and I have no idea why. But I dug it all the way through. I've watched it a whole bunch of times with my granddaughter, and I just sit there and watch it with her. So, so that would have been my second pick. If I would have been DC Super Pets or Sing 2, would have been my 2 choices.
I will take one. Whichever one you don't take, I'll take the other one because I don't think I was blown away by anything.
If I couldn't pick Super
Watch
Pets,
the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command animated series from the early 2000s. I don't think it's on Disney.
Remember that show?
Plus.
That was on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I used to come on Disney Channel.
Heck yeah, Sing 2 was amazing. That's my son. And my daughter says, yeah, Sing 2 is pretty great. Thanks. My kids agree.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I didn't see Minions or The Rise of Gru or whatever.
Guru.
What was that the only Disney movie last year? Was Strange World and
You had
Lightyear? That was
Red,
it?
Didn't you?
Which one?
Didn't Red come out?
Oh, Turning Red.
Turning
Turning
Red.
Red.
Turning Red was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
I liked it, but yeah.
It's for girls. It's not I'm not the target demo for it, but it was fine.
He says for girls.
Not target me.
It's for my niece. It's for like
All right, so
10 to
let's go to
14-year-old
favorite
girls.
comedy. And let's see. I think it was Rich and Nate for this one.
Mhm.
And the nominees for favorite comedy are Clerks 3 from Rich and Massive Talent from Nate.
I love Clerks 3. I didn't think I
He's wearing the
was,
shirt.
He is Clerks 3.
because I didn't like Jay and Silent Bob reboot or whatever the hell it was called, and I had very low expectations, and in this movie had me laughing and crying. So this is why I had to pick this one.
Yeah, I went with the unbearable weight of Massive Talent for a couple of reasons. Number one, it caught me completely off guard. I was like, it sounds like a stupid idea. Nicolas Cage makes like straight to DVD movies, but then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go see this. And gosh darn it, if it wasn't one of the funniest movies I saw this year. I think Pedro Pascal's amazing in it. I love their dynamic. And then, of course, being an action movie fan, it happens to also have action. So this is what I was getting to of my Everything Everywhere pick. Like, this is a comedy, but there's also action in it if you're into action movies. But I just love the camaraderie between Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. I thought they had a great chemistry, and it made me laugh. I was glad to see Nick Cage, in a real big movie that came out in the theater on the big screen. So
yeah, he's blowing up again, right? I see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Renfield for the same thing.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah.
I
loved it. I thought it was a great.
I'm looking forward to seeing Renfield. I like the
and Wally Wonderland.
Yeah.
That's like a masterpiece. Can't forget Wally Wonderland. That movie's
Wally's
awesome.
Wonderland.
Oh, that's my joint.
Age all the way.
Oh,
Turning
Rich is
Red.
nervous. He wants
I
Clerks
am
3 to
also
win.
bullshit.
Look, he's already nervous.
Haven't seen Clerks 3 yet.
I haven't seen Clerks 3.
oh man,
I'm not a big Kevin Smith fan. I'm just not a big Kevin
This
Smith.
deals with
His
people-
writing doesn't.
There's Jay. What's up, Jay?
They get older, he takes from his life, dealing with a heart attack, and I just connected with it. It's because I'm fat, unhealthy, and I
Me
worry
too.
about having a heart attack, and so it just hit home a little bit. And you speaking
No,
of
fair enough.
Dante and Randall, they're fantastic together.
I saw
I'm supposed
Clerks
to watch
2 in the
this thing
theater. And I
on
was like,
Monday, and I still haven't seen
So
it.
for Clerks 3.
I haven't seen the Nicolas Cage one. I might get it digital.
Alex, I think you would like it.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Knowing
said
you,
that
I
way.
think
Like
you would
it.
Yeah,
enjoy
it's a
it.
good movie.
I like
Yeah.
Pig
Go
from
for
Nicolas
Clerks.
Cage, and everybody thought I was crazy.
This is way better than Pig.
I don't know.
Honestly, no, it's good. It's
Yeah?
really good. It's really fun. It's like a good,
Is that the
fun,
Steelbook?
entertaining movie.
That's
Before
nice.
Steelbook.
I have the Walmart exclusive slip. I like that blue at the top.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
I want to
Maybe
get a
we'll see
Wally
it if
Wonderland
it
shirt.
wins.
Nick Cage, Smooch is good.
But yeah, I mean, I thought. What would you guys pick if you had a pick for comedy?
If I would have saw the Nick Cage movie, most likely I would pick that one. Nothing against Clerks. I seen Clerks
Whatever.
1. I haven't seen 2, so I can't help you with that one, bro. But I did see Jay and Silent Bob. I like that one.
I'm sorry.
That's the one with Mark Hamill in the blunt, the comic
Yeah,
book.
Blunt Man. Yeah.
I like that one.
I
You're a
don't
fake
like
fan.
those
You're a
movies,
fake
and
fan.
I don't know why.
Take off that shirt live. Take off that damn shirt.
Remember I said I'm
Live.
fat, healthy.
David,
It
what
was
would have been your
also
pick
good.
for comedy?
He's looking through his notes.
He's
like,
looking
"Oh
through
my
his
God,
notes of
they're
every
going off-
comedy
they're
he
going off
watched this
script.
year.
They're going off script. They're going off the script.
Script. Holy
No,
crap.
But Nate's pick is a great pick too, because
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the movie. I bought it blindly, and I ended up loving
What I
it.
would pick for comedy? What
Was it?
Something funny?
Oh, he's talking off it.
Oh my
Something
God.
funny.
This guy is going through the works.
I mean,
That was
comedy is one of those genres that they don't really make them like they used to. Now, if you want comedy, you have to basically make a different kind of movie and have jokes in it.
Yeah.
But you don't
And I
have
don't
that
like
comedy actor no more that like it's there for comedy. Like, like Abbott and Costello. Like you don't got those type of names that are attached
Very
to
few.
that comedy.
You got like Kevin Hart.
Well, I'm
know?
talking about come on. I'm talking about,
I mean, but he's a comedy actor. You know,
Come
like,
on,
there's not
come on.
there's not many.
I don't like Kevin Hart.
I don't like him either.
Well, whether you like him or not, he's still a comedy actor. That's what I mean. So
Well,
it's
I'm
there's
talking
only him. Who else? Like I can't even think of
Eddie Murphy, but he
But
doesn't
he
do
ain't
movies.
Eddie Murphy. What is Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy doing? Nothing. Trying to think too. Like
Can't
last
think of
year,
one.
You're all right,
no,
David?
Seth Rogen not around
No.
anymore.
I think I'm having an aneurysm. I can't remember what I was gonna pick, but well, it might have been, but yeah, it was. Oh, hello.
The
got
Green
it.
Mile.
So yeah, I think the Glass Onion would have been a pick.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
comedy
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
I did nominate it for something
Okay.
else. So I probably wouldn't have gotten there with this one.
Yeah.
But I think I liked Lost City with Sandra
Oh
Bullock.
yeah, that was a
Channing
comedy.
Tatum. I thought that was pretty funny. Brad Pitt was amazing in that. So
That's the
that,
best part of the movie.
yeah, Brad Pitt. And then of course, my son says Showgirls, but that was
that was a very comedy movie.
that was
Very
very
funny,
funny.
very
We picked that for recommend a good horror movie, and we go Showgirls. So yeah, Dad buds all day. Yep, including my
Rich, that was for
son.
you.
But yeah, I just found out that I weigh less than my son, and that hasn't happened in forever. So
Good.
Oh,
Congratulations.
congrats, man.
Congratulations.
I have officially dropped 20 pounds. So
Oh, you know what my backup movie was? My backup comedy was Bodies, 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 which
Oh,
it's like a horror comedy, right?
it is.
But the satire, the skewering of these young rich people, some of the I didn't love the movie, but some of the comedy, I didn't like the horror elements of it. Let's just call it what it is. Like they build it like a horror. It's really a comedy. And in that regard, I did think it was funny, but I just didn't think it was like a good horror film.
has that one guy in it, and I can't stand him.
Oh, Pete Davidson.
Yes, I just
I
want
hate
to curb stomp him.
He was, but he wasn't in it too much. He was fine. He was fine in it. The other guy was hilarious. Lee Pace, super funny in that.
Who won the
yeah.
battle for the comedy?
Well, that's obvious. Clerks
Oh,
3.
of course, Clerks 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's on Blu-ray?
No, that's 4K.
that's 4K.
Oh, that's for gotcha. Oh, and you have the slip. You know what that means?
You know what
That means you could dip because it has a slip.
I dipped.
You dip because it has a
I
slip.
Dipped.
All right. With 66%
Single dip.
of the votes, the winner for favorite comedy is Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Sorry,
Great job.
Rich.
Thank you to the voters. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't seen Clerks, if you haven't seen Clerks 3, go see Clerks 3. And if you haven't seen this one, see this one as well.
See, I'm not gonna lie. Massive Talent is a great movie. Watch that first.
Then watch Clerks 3.
Yeah.
Is this Sarah Michelle Gellar in Clerks 3?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
in
gonna
it for
watch
a hot second.
that. She got a new show too. I think it's called like Lone Wolf or something.
Yeah,
I wanna check that
but
out.
it's on Peacock or something.
Oh, I have
so,
Peacock.
Yeah, I have it too, but I don't want to watch anything that's produced from it. So I don't know how good it's gonna be.
I don't know.
Watch
Pretty good.
Sick.
You watched Sick was pretty good.
Yeah, Sick was pretty good.
Okay, I didn't see that. Is that the COVID horror?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know. I lived
Maybe.
through that.
I might watch it.
I
It
was
a real COVID horror.
COVID horror.
before I went live. I was starting to watch National Treasure, if that's what you want to call it. Oh Lord.
Oh, the TV show.
The series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no.
I heard it was
hate
pretty good.
View a coincidence. It's like, ooh, this screwdriver could go in that box. I'm a treasure hunter.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I'm like, yo, this girl's 21 and she can do all these puzzles. I was like, come on. It's like, stop.
Is any of the original actors in it?
Nope. I only saw the first 2 episodes. They have Catherine Zeta-Jones. I'm gonna watch it because I started it, but I'm not too happy with it. I just hate coincidence with stuff.
Yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones is in Wednesday too. She plays
A
I
horrible
still didn't see
magician.
it.
Morticia.
a horrible rendition of the mom.
Yeah, she should have been better as
She
Lily
got
in the
frustrated, that was
Munsters.
it. Don't let her press that button. My granddaughter almost turned off my board. I've been like,
No. I think Catherine Zeta-Jones would have been a better Lily for the Munsters because she has that charisma. but not Morticia.
That should have been everybody's pick for Stinker of the Year.
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched it though. I need to check it out.
The Monsters. The Monsters is bad.
Well, the Monsters. Oh, I didn't watch it though because I knew I wasn't gonna like it. So
is it Thor: Love and Thunder bad or just?
I never seen that one because all you guys told me not to watch it, so I didn't even watch it.
Are you saying is the Monsters worse than Thor: Love and Thunder?
Yeah.
The Monsters is worse than everything. There's nothing worse.
There's nothing worse than the Monsters.
It's absolutely horrible. It's 90 minutes. It feels like it's 6 hours long. I'm not even lying to you. There's no pacing. There's no story.
Herman Munster
it's god awful.
They became millionaires.
Rob Zombie still keep getting work?
You know why?
I don't understand.
Because of Halloween.
It got no, he didn't get crowdfunded. Universal gave him money for this. I don't know. Well, he's apparently a huge Monsters fan.
Universal.
Well, he's horrible at it.
He's a huge Monsters fan.
He's a diehard Monsters fan. So he probably pitched it like, "Hey, I love this property. I could do it." Yeah, he still has a name. So yeah. But as soon as I heard it's skipping theaters and going to Netflix, I was like, "Nope, this ain't gonna be good." And it was horrible.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Next category is favorite drama. Rich and I had the nominees for this one, and the nominees are Elvis, Rich, and King Richard. From me,
I don't know. That don't look like Elvis. That looks like a.
He was good as Elvis.
Yeah,
I bet he does, but this poster doesn't do justice. He does not look like.
That's anemic.
He looks like a transvestite in this.
He looks like a drag queen. Yes,
he's
drag queen Elvis.
And he's not even positioning his hand right on the fretboard. Like he's making me as a musician sick to my stomach watching that. He's like, "Oh, Mo, I'm gonna stand right here, baby." He died in the toilet in the movie because that's authentic.
They don't show him die.
They don't show it
because I think he died in the toilet.
Yeah,
he all that
collapsed
steak and eggs he was eating like crazy.
No, it was in fried peanut butter sandwiches.
Peanut butter banana sandwiches.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be honest right now.
Go ahead.
David took my original pick.
What was it?
King Richard.
Oh, King Richard.
I love that film. That film was fantastic last year, or was it 2021? Came out in January of 2022, I think. January or February. Physical. So yeah, that's a good pick, David.
Oh, thanks, bro. That was one of my favorite movies to come out on physical in 2022.
King Richard.
King Richard.
My wife liked it. She's sorry. After he slapped Chris Rock, I was like, I don't want to see it no more. I was like,
that's what happened to me.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like supporting it after that.
Yeah,
I had wanted to see it, but
it took me 3 days to watch. Elvis is the worst movie of 2022, says Evan.
Ooh,
such a dishonest
great man.
I know the
doesn't look like a Vegas Elvis. Couldn't get a real Elvis. You could say that Will Smith's performance in King Richard slaps. Oh,
that's a good one. That's a good one.
That was a good one. I like it.
And that's my boy.
Look at the whole Will Smith thing. Everybody makes mistakes. You know, we're all human.
No, so that's a bad mistake.
Oh, right.
Too bad. Too bad.
I'm still on the fence that wasn't a work.
No, that's not a work. That's no work.
That they planned something. They planned something, but it got out of hand.
No, I don't know about that. Any other comedian would have whooped his ass from here to there. I don't even think he would have went on stage and slapped any other comedian, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Imagine Eddie Murphy. You think he's gonna slap Eddie Murphy in front of everybody?
Oh hell no.
Oh no. Eddie Murphy will have him killed.
Yeah, Charlie Murphy would have came out the grave.
Charlie Murphy will come
Isn't he dead?
Yeah, he died. Yeah.
That's why he would come out of the grave.
That's why he come out of the grave. I was like,
I didn't hear you say that. I just heard Charlie Murphy.
Like, Don Swayze will come out.
Oh yeah, he would have got his ass whooped. But anyway, in terms of Elvis, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see that one. I wasn't too. I'm not too crazy with biopic movies. Like it got to be because I know right now Antoine Fuqua. Did I say it right, Nate?
Yes, you did.
Yes. When I'm sick, I sound better. He's gonna do Michael Jackson's biopic.
I'm excited for this.
It's gonna be hard, bro.
I like hard. I really do. I think I like him as a director.
That's a very difficult artist to bring to the screen.
Code. You know, maybe
they're gonna show him Touch the Boys.
No, they're not gonna.
Then
show
it's
that.
not. Then it's not real.
As long as they got the Shimon, I'm all right.
It's
Yeah,
It's gonna be a gloss. Here's my problem with biopics.
They're gonna gloss it.
Okay,
Yeah, there's gonna be
that's what I was wondering. They're gonna sugarcoat all
Yeah.
that crap.
same. I just saw that Whitney. Well, not just, but I saw that Whitney Houston one, and it was fine. The girl was good, right?
Yeah.
The songs are classic. The music's fine. The problem is they barely touch on anything dark, and they just want it to be like a celebration of the person, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with it, but it's never that accurate, so it's hard for me to get into because it's like, where was, like she has drug use in the movie, but it's not like they don't touch it
Extravagant.
much. You know
They
what I
don't
mean?
touch
They don't
it,
really
yeah.
touch her relationship with Bobby Brown, a little bit here and there, but mostly
Yeah.
just her singing stuff, So
And that's why I was a little against the Queen biopic because I was like, well, they didn't touch a lot of Freddie Mercury's like side of that
Yeah.
stuff. They hinted a little bit, but
They
it was too
they
glamour.
gave it a little bit. I mean, I personally loved Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought I really liked it, but yeah, they're not going to give you everything that happened. I mean, same thing they did with Elvis. They basically glossed over what happened. They just kind of hinted to his drug use and his issues, much like they did with dragging the Bruce Lee story and how his issues, even though his weren't drug use or anything like that, they just kind of glossed over his aneurysm and what caused his death.
Yeah.
So
Michael Jackson is gonna be the same thing. You're gonna see the Pepsi commercial where he blows his hair off.
his hair catches on
I
fire.
think
Yeah.
they should start when he's a kid.
Getting
look for
slapped up?
Jackson 5, and then
Jackson
end
5.
with him on stage doing the Billie Jean dance at the whatever award show.
Grammys.
It was the Grammys.
Yeah, I think that's
So only go up to the
and
80s?
personally, Yeah,
Go to
go to the 80s. You I don't say ignore, but you don't have to touch on that controversy.
I was gonna say end credits with him meeting Macaulay Culkin, and then that's it.
I don't
We all
know.
know
That's
where
a
it
touchy.
comes from here.
That's a touchy. That's a touchy
Oh,
subject.
No
when it
pun
comes to that
intended. That's
stuff.
what she said. But
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a yeah. It was just God,
Dude, I love
I don't know.
Michael Jackson. So
Yeah, do they cast a
I'm
black actor and make him white, or do they cast a white guy to play him? Like it's
they
it's gonna be
can't
tough.
do blackface. That would cancel it.
Not
Oh, man,
blackface,
no
but like
chance.
when he gets all surgeried and he looks totally different. Michael Jackson when he died looked nothing like Michael Jackson in the 80s. So he was a different color.
Right.
He had no nose. His cheekbones were high. Like if you cast
You're
a
right.
white guy,
Yeah.
he looked white. So what do you do then? Get a black guy and do makeup on him and paint him white?
Well,
It's going to be tough
That's why
if they go that route.
The Billie Jean, I think that's where I'm hoping they take it up to. Is to
But
that
if
Billie
they
Jean.
stop at Billie Jean, that means we don't get to hear Bad
Thriller.
or Smooth
We don't-
Criminal.
we
Yeah.
don't get it.
Or it's just too much.
But look how classic the Jackson 5 music is. That music is timeless.
Yeah, but Michael
agree.
Jackson became the king of pop once he went by himself, and he was
Yeah.
Shimoning everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All
I
right.
just that's a very crazy subject, but we can talk about it. Look at Sammy Sosa. He became a Napoleon ice cream. He went from black,
That's
white, and pink. Like it's
Sammy Sosa is now white with green eyes.
yeah,
That is
so-
true.
But all right, what's next, David? I'm sorry.
Napoleon ice
Right.
cream.
Well, the polls are closed on favorite drama, and with 60% of the votes, King Richard takes the nod for favorite drama.
He ain't nothing but a
I'm okay with
hound
that.
dog.
But I still love Elvis, guys.
Didn't see it.
Evan says Jackson said he wants no white guy to play him, and then Jackson supposedly had that skin issue where you lose pigment. Yeah, I can't remember what they call it, but there's
Keyword
Yeah.
there is supposedly.
oh yeah, it's called plastic surgery.
I'm not casting a white guy as MJ. Stop it.
No,
No,
I
no,
don't
you're
mean- I don't mean
not.
when he's black.
No,
That's not what I'm saying. But I don't know if you guys know this. There was I don't know if it was a show or I think it was a show, like a TV show. It was not long. Joseph Fiennes played Michael Jackson in it. And if you know Joseph Fiennes, that's Ray Fiennes' brother,
Yeah.
white and British. He played Michael Jackson in that, and he was playing him as the later surgeried, and so
Yeah.
it's not unprecedented
Yeah.
to have a white guy play the lighter skinned version of Michael Jackson. I was simply asking the question.
I
I don't
mean-
think he will play him as a black guy, but
To be honest
No.
with you, even if you did look at Eddie Murphy, they made him up into a white guy in Orbit, and he was a Chinese guy.
Yeah, they
and No one
could.
knew that. So
They
it
I
did
depends.
wonder
the
what
same
route they
thing
would go.
with
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg in Associate. They turned her into a white man. It was
Tropic
basically like,
Thunder, they made Robert Downey Jr.
hey, look
white.
at- Yeah.
It's true.
It'll never happen again.
Yeah, that shit never happened.
Okay, let's
was the
move on to
last time.
favorite fantasy. Favorite fantasy. The nominations were made by myself and Alex,
Yes, fantasy.
and the nominees are Alex's nominee was Black Adam.
I already know who's
and
winning this.
My nominee is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
But I'm gonna defend the shit out of my DC right now, bro. So, because I already know who's gonna win, but I gotta give some love.
I like Black
Now's your
Adam more
chance.
than Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
You be quiet.
Can you slap this thing off my face? Slap it on my face. Thank you. Slap it on my face.
I'm gonna give you a
All right,
Will
look,
Smith.
when it comes to DC and that Marvel Doctor Strange, I think for me, Black Adam has a more replay value. I enjoyed it. It was shorter paced, but a lot of people I heard everyone's crying and bitching about it. I still think there's a lot of flaws in the movie. Don't get me wrong, like the JSA. No one knows nothing about the JSA. No one knows about Doctor Fate. Unless you're a diehard DC fan, you know those characters. I think it was poorly executed in that front. The Rock as Black Adam is typical Rock, but it worked. I think if you gave him another sequel, I think it would have flushed and became what it could have been, something great. Doctor Strange for me, I don't know what type of movie it wanted it to be. It was all over the place. It was a horror movie at one time, and then it became a superhero at another time, and then we're going through the time. And one time, my man takes his dead body and puts it on the dirt because in case later he could break glass, and he comes out later to help himself. Like it was way too much for me. Was Sam Raimi the wrong choice for Doctor Strange?
I think so.
I don't think so. I just think it was influenced by the people from Marvel. Interfered with that movie.
I think Marvel and Disney basically handcuffed Sam Raimi so he couldn't do everything he wanted.
Yeah,
And,
I agree.
I agree with that. I would have loved that to be full on Sam Raimi. Give me Evil Dead's version of Doctor Strange, and I would have been down for that.
Yeah, I agree.
I liked Black Adam. I absolutely did. I liked the CGI in it. I liked the action in it. Yeah, there's not much character development. It's like, here you go. If you don't know these guys, then you're up shit creek. But you know, I am a big fan of Dr. Fate, and I liked Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. I thought that was a good cast.
He took off the helmet too much because Dr. Fate don't take off the helmet that much.
He don't take off the helmet, but they made it like the helmet kind of corrupts him and makes him all.
Yeah, that was.
And I think, I think he should have taken his helmet off maybe twice.
Yeah.
And the whole movie. And because the whole thing about him not having the helmet on and being able to see stuff. No, that's not right. He's got a helmet on. That's where he gets his powers from. So
Pierce Brosnan ain't gonna hide his face.
No, you got to see Pierce Brosnan because he gets the full.
I mean, he has a sexy face, but
I'm just gonna say I liked Multiverse of Madness. I thought it was great. I enjoyed the horror elements in it. I thought there should have been more. I would have loved it to get, like I said, the full Sam Raimi treatment. But I enjoyed it. It wasn't my absolute favorite of the year, but I did like it a lot.
Nate?
I don't like Sam Raimi, so.
Whoa. Something wrong with your mic?
Is that another Princess Bride that I'm talking? Are we doing?
Is that your partner? I don't know.
My take. So I saw
for another.
I saw both of these in the theater. I liked Black Adam more. Well, for one, I didn't have much expectation with one as I did with the other. So that's number one. Doctor Strange was between that and Thor, like back to back, a little bit disappointment for me. I'm saying a little bit. It could have been a lot of it, but I just couldn't get into, there was a lot of stuff I had a lot of questions about with the whole Doctor Strange movie. Like, okay, it's multiverses, right? But in Spider-Man, all the Peter Parkers look different. But in this multiverse, everyone looks the same. Like every single Doctor Strange is Benedict Cumberbatch. Every single Rachel McAdams is Rachel McAdams.
One, but yeah,
you know what I mean? Like for the most part. And in Loki, they all look different too. So it's like, it doesn't even make sense on certain levels. Also, like I just thought America Chavez didn't do much for me. I did think using Scarlet Witch as the villain was cool. I thought it was a cool move. I liked it.
I like
didn't
that
hate the
too,
movie.
continuing from her stint as
Like
WandaVision.
WandaVision.
series. WandaVision. Yeah.
Yeah.
WandaVision.
So I didn't hate the film, but I didn't love it as much as I wanted to. And Black Adam, I had lower expectations, and I just thought it was fun. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's like the best comic book movie, but I like the action scenes. I am a fan of The Rock. I like the look. I thought the CGI was really great in that movie. I thought it looked cool. I agree with Alex though. I think the JSA was undercooked, especially the girl. The girl who like turns into colors. You know, like who is she?
Cyclone, yeah, Cyclone Girl.
Cyclone.
Yeah,
She
and
turns
Adam
into
Smasher, same thing. I
yeah.
thought Hawkman was cool, but
He looks good.
Oh, he was
Smasher's
awesome.
easy. You don't
Yeah.
need character development with that dude. That dude grows and he punches shit. That's
yeah,
his job.
Mhm.
he's like their Ant-Man.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate either one, but I probably would lean Black Adam a little bit of the two.
There you go. You have heard it here, folks.
Rich, which one did you like better?
I like Black Adam, hands down.
Oh, okay.
I was disappointed with Doctor Strange. My string of disappointment with Marvel just keeps on coming.
Yeah.
Me.
You didn't like Wanda Forever? I said
Oh,
You didn't like
Wanda.
Wakanda Forever? I thought Wakanda
Wakanda.
Forever was good.
It was okay.
Wanda
I
Forever.
enjoyed it, but I mean, it was.
I
it was
enjoyed
okay.
Wakanda Forever, but yeah, I didn't think it was. I
Phase
knew
4 felt kind of aimless.
Yeah.
Mhm.
there was no point to Phase 4. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, they're just making movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
remember
hated
Doctor
the
Strange
yeah,
though? They had that stupid fight scene that they throwing musical notes at each other.
I hated that.
That
I did
was
not like
so
that. I was like, what am
bad.
I watching right now?
Yeah, that's where I just started to go. I watched it once. I saw it digitally, and then I never went back to watch it. I was just like, yeah.
I thought there were some cool visuals in it though, and I liked the horror stuff. I wish there was more. I agree with David there. I wish there was more. You know, when they were making the movie, Scott Derrickson was saying we're making the first MCU horror,
Yeah.
and then he got replaced. But I thought with Raimi, it would just, it would still be there, and there was some, but I wish there was more.
I love the scene that she's chasing them through the tunnel, and that was mad horror.
That was good.
I
That
was
a good
yeah,
horror
and then
scene.
when he locked the door, and then you see the Sam Raimi zoom in. I was like, oh, this shit is hot, and then all of a sudden, just went back to Marvel.
When she came out of the gong, it was all.
Yeah.
I thought that was some classic.
I would
Sam
have kicked
Raimi.
her right in the damn
I'd have
gong,
been-
like,
I'd have been
get in there.
hanging that gong. All right, so voting is closed. 63% of the votes go to Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
The
Oh,
MCU comes out
come
on
on,
top
guys.
again.
You beats DC.
The fan base is too strong.
this
too
is
strong.
That's true.
horrible. You can make a doodle movie, and they still pick it.
Mhm.
Proven point.
It made what? It was the third
2
biggest movie
billion.
of the year.
Yeah, 2 billion.
think.
Yeah.
But there wasn't much out there, so
I mean that, and then Top Gun Maverick, and then Avatar is now already the #1 movie of 2022. So,
Isn't the third one gonna have like more avatars?
probably, but I think each one's gonna have more than everything than the last one.
He's like gonna tap into the ash people.
The way of the clouds. It's gonna go in the sky only. They never land. The whole movie is
Oh, my
flying.
God. Oh Jesus! All right, Dave.
I
What
was
we got?
gonna go see it.
Let's go into the next category. The next category is for favorite horror movie.
Oh, this is new.
Ooh.
Yeah, this was Nate and myself who nominated for this one, and the nominees are Nate had X and I had Barbarian.
Every time I see the word X, I think of that Kiss song. You ever heard the Kiss
Let's
song?
put the
with
X in sex.
Yeah, let's put the X
Hey,
in
don't be
sex.
knocking that song, man.
Come
That opened
on,
the gateway
pretty
for me to
baby.
kiss.
You make my muscle flex.
Hey, you know what? To be honest with you guys,
Uh-oh.
I love both of these movies. So I don't care who wins. I
Yeah.
think they're both two of the best. I think Barbarian was probably my #2 horror movie this year. So I'm
so
glad David picked it
Yeah.
because it caught me off guard. I did not expect what I was getting when I watched it. And I appreciate it. That's another one that's really funny. Like it's really surprisingly funny and over the top. But X was just my joint. It came out in March, and the whole rest of the year I was like waiting for something like really beat it. Barbarian was close for me, but both are. I mean, I thought both were great movies.
Nice. There's a lot of horror coming out this year, right? You got the Evil
Justin
Dead.
Long was fantastic.
Yeah,
man.
You got Evil Dead Rise. You got Exorcist remake, which I'm dreading, but
Scream 6.
I hope it's okay. Yeah, Scream 6.
Chris trailer didn't look too bad. I really enjoyed it.
35% of Avatar 3 has already been filmed. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they filmed 2 and 3 almost together.
Good. Because I don't want to wait another 25 years for Cameron.
Dell
That's a good
screams
side.
X. Cody's like, I haven't seen either of these movies, but I really want to.
Do it.
Yeah, and I agree with Nate. I mean, really, Barbarian was number 1 and X was number 3 for me
Hmm.
for last year. And my number 2 movie, the only reason why it's number 2 is because it came out January 4th of 2022, and that is Antlers. So that would be my that would have been my second pick. But I got my first pick, and that was Barbarian. But yeah, I am happy with either one of these two winning. I liked both movies. I really liked Pearl. I personally thought X was better than Pearl, but I did like some of the stuff they did with Pearl.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to Maxine this year.
Same.
I'm
more interested in Maxine than I was Pearl. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think X created the trilogy that no one ever thought would ever happen in the history of Earth. But Maxine, I like
Doctor Strange. Thanks.
Yeah. I enjoyed X more than Pearl as well. I thought the humor was better. Pearl was great. Pearl is great as a showcase for Mia Goth, just as a performance. But the rest of the movie, like, it was fine. But X, I thought was more fun. It was like an old school 80s slasher. Good time. But Barbarian was amazing. I loved it.
Guess I'm that guy tonight. Didn't much care for Barbarian. That's fine.
Hey,
I don't watch horror.
I know a lot of people who didn't. I know a lot of people who didn't like it because
I know a lot of people who didn't like it too. Tim Talks Talkies didn't like it. That's a prime example.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I asked him because he was like he didn't like Barbarian because everybody was stupid and he had a lot of questions, but he really liked Black Phone because he didn't have to ask a lot of questions. So I was like, okay,
I enjoyed Black Phone.
Polar opposite.
Yeah.
I liked Black Phone as well, and Black Phone is coming up on one of our nominees. But I thought that was really interesting that the way Tim was talking about that.
David, just to piggyback on yours, I loved Antlers, by the way.
Me
it was
too.
my backup nominee for Sleeper, like the sleeper pick, because no one talked about that much, and I thought it was a really well directed. Really well shot, well acted. That kid in that movie is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Jesse Plemons is always great. I thought it was good. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, and it was literally until I watched Barbarian, Antlers would have been my pick for sure.
Antlers.
Alex, you will hate Barbarian.
I don't watch horror, bro.
Yeah, you won't like it. Don't watch it.
I'm not a horror dude.
You'll watch it, and all you'll do is complain about stuff. No, don't watch it.
You're
not gonna like it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Like, this is stupid. I hate this.
I mean, I feel bad about you nominating for animated movie, but I'm really glad you didn't have to do it for horror.
I would have did horror. I would have did harder.
You would have done it. Okay, what would you have picked? What would have been your pick for a horror movie?
Some movies out there that I would have.
It's like, and don't say Doctor Strange because that's already been said.
I would have not picked. I would have picked Jurassic, Top Gun,
Top Gun Maverick, best horror.
Top Gun Maverick. That would have been a 5th nomination for Top Gun.
I mean, did Halloween Ends come out on disc last year?
Yeah.
Yes, that would have counted, and it was out on streaming, so that would have been okay for the
Prey. I would have picked Prey.
Oh, Prey.
Prey was good.
Action horror, monster movie.
Scream. I saw Scream.
Yeah, you hated
it. I hated the shit, but I saw Scream. Hated it.
Cody said didn't come out in 2020. Yes, but it came out on physical.
Is it Choose or Die?
2022. January 4th, 2022 was when it came out on physical. That's
when I saw that Choose or Die from Netflix. That was a good movie.
What is that?
It's like Saw. So what happens is like it's weird. Like the guy types on the computer, and then when you respond, all of a sudden shit just happens. Like he'll eat the. So let's say there's shit on the floor, and he goes, "You got to eat the shit," and you say no. Then what happens is the other person comes and eats it, and then you try to stop him, and then something happens. It's like this whole progressive thing. I liked it. I thought it was really quirky and weird. So I would have picked that one, Choose or Die.
There you go. Choose or Die is Alex's pick.
Yeah.
Right.
Rich, what was your favorite? What was your best horror?
Oh, look, it's Revocate.
Yeah, Rev joined up, and Jay says, Rev asks, how am I not a mod here, David? Well, because you came in late, brother. If I get you to come in on time, then we'll talk about that. But yeah, I actually don't have any moderators right now. I kind of keep track of it myself. But
what'd you say, Nate?
Maybe
what was your favorite horror
of the year?
I'm gonna go. These two picks are my 1 and 2, but I'm gonna go Barbarian for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was just hypothetical.
That's fine. I understand. It's okay, Rev. You're welcome. We already did our animated movie, so you don't have to worry about any Disney stuff.
Oh, he loves Disney.
He loves
Huge
Yeah, he
fan.
gave me shit last time.
Oh,
Huge. You thought Evan was a big Disney fan? You haven't met Rev yet. Rev is the Disney fan.
I enjoyed I like that movie. Finally tackled Wendigos. Yeah, gosh, I just read up on the Wendigos from my other show, the Spirits of Spirits podcast, which coincidentally just signed a TV deal. So we're on Scare Network TV, which is pretty awesome. We signed a 1-year deal with them, and we did a thing on the Wendigo and talked about that as a cryptid, and that was a pretty cool show. I really liked it.
Sick.
I was at work, so that's why I'm late. I appreciate it, Rev. I'm glad.
He wants his blue wrench now.
He wants his blue wrench now. We'll talk, bro. We'll talk. David like Puss in Boots, I guess, for horror movie. Sure, okay. I'm all right with that. All right, so let's close this out. And with 72% of the votes, favorite horror movie goes to Barbarian.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been disappointed with either pick. I think X absolutely deserved it.
Wish I could buy it on disc. Wish I could own it.
I wish I could own a physical release of that
We'll
too.
get
I
it
don't
on
know.
the disc.
Freaking Searchlight. No, listen. Mini rant. Fox
Mhm.
Searchlight, now owned by Disney, needs to get their crap together because, first of all, they're either don't release it like Barbarian, or they're only doing Blu-rays for all these really good movies. The Menu, Banshees of Inisherin. Like, Banshees of Inisherin looks beautiful, if nothing else. Blu-ray. And I'm sure the Blu-ray looks great. I bought it, but like Disney is just kind of burying Fox Searchlight. They're just like, these are little nothing movies that made $30 in the theater. No prestige to them, but they're freaking nominated for Oscars and stuff. So like, get with it, guys. Come on. Mini rant over. I hate Disney.
Did you pick up the Menu?
Of course. I loved it.
I know. I still need to get my.
It's
copy.
food. What do you think?
I love food. It was great. It was hilarious
Sure.
too. Yeah, it was so good. But look at that. That's how it came.
I got
Now, I
mine.
don't care about slipcovers, but naked
no
Blu-ray.
slip.
Naked
No
Blu-ray, no 4K.
Naked Blu-ray, no 4K, no.
Same thing
no
with
DVD,
Banshees.
just Blu-ray digital. That's it.
Yeah, same thing with
Right.
Banshees. I'm like, what is this? Come on.
Yeah.
See, that
No
Menu
slip.
should have came with a nice matte slip cover. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Or like inside of a turkey.
It's not on my
That
collection.
slip covers the
because
turkey.
It has no slip. No slip.
You
no
can't
dip.
get no slip, no dip.
No slip, no dip.
Look, Rev liked Banshees. Banshees was great, and it looks great, and all I got is a Blu-ray.
2. I didn't get a chance to watch Terrifier 2, but I have it. So
I wasn't crazy with it. I mean, it was fine. It was
Robert
overrated.
loves that joint. I think he
love
meant to
horror,
do.
but the kids don't
Yeah.
seem to touch it. Well, that's because I played it a lot when they were kids.
Traumatized them.
Traumatized them just a little bit. My oldest son, he's okay with horror, but no, my younger two, they're like, nope. I enjoyed Banshees of Inisherin too. I'm glad I watched it on streaming and didn't buy it because I wasn't happy. Like you said, Nate, I wasn't happy with the
release
packaging on it or anything. I
Yeah.
wasn't happy with the release of it.
Lazy.
I would buy it
Lazy.
if it was
Disney
$10.
doesn't take care about collectors. There's only 5 good Disney movies. Yep, Rev is the king of Disney. Definitely.
Coco.
In the history of time, there's 5 good Disney
The
movies.
nightmares finally stopped. That's from my oldest son. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are over 20 or else I'd be arrested right now. Well, my oldest son is 30. So preferred horror games. Oh yeah. He prefers horror games. Yeah. He liked the horror games. Those are my thing. Yeah.
There's something.
I was like, oh, you like Resident Evil? Let me put in this movie for you. No, he didn't like the Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Oh, gee, don't. If it has Paul W.S. Anderson, he's a piece of shit.
So is the Raccoon City one. They're all bad. None
I
of them are
prefer
good.
that, bro. I could.
All
I
right. So
hate Paul W.S. Anderson.
So let's go to our next category. It's favorite sci-fi movie, and
This
this
is
is
not me.
Alex and myself got to nominate for our favorite sci-fi movie, and the nominees are
Oh yeah. Oh, Jurassic World.
Jurassic World,
Oh, pfft.
I'll tell you this. I didn't sleep in Jurassic World and do it.
from Alex, and then Dune was my nomination.
Oh, they both suck.
What?
whoa! Please,
Wait a minute.
please, Rich, you're getting.
I want to hear about this. I
You're
want
in
to hear
thin
about
ice, my brother. You in thin ice
I know, man. I'm just being honest.
today. You're different, Rich.
Rich,
and I
be
like
honest.
it.
I want to hear about this.
You're Sif, Rich.
Okay,
Rich.
I was so excited for Jurassic World.
Okay.
You know, I liked the other movies. This fucking wasn't a dinosaur movie. It was an insect movie, and I think they mishandled the original fucking cast. I was like, they acted like idiots. I was like, come on. And then, okay, I won't say I hate Dune, but it bored the shit out of me. I own it, and I want to give it another try. I really need to.
You brought it?
You bought it?
Yeah,
and you
I
hated
got it for like $6.
That's okay. I bought a movie I hate because I picked it for one of these categories. So, who am I to?
Let me tell you, we put this shit on, and I hear everybody's like, "It's amazing, it's the best cinematic thingy of the year. The director is the best director of the year. It's the best ensemble." I'll say that it's a great ensemble of actors.
It is. Visually, it looks stunning.
Yeah,
it's an amazing.
Well,
movie.
And my daughter, we were sleeping in the first 30 minutes of the damn movie.
Hey, whoa. Don't throw her into this. She's like a baby.
No, she saw that and she goes, "Papa."
She's a baby.
She said, "Papa,
you
what
can't
is
even
this?
talk when you
What
watch
is
it.
What is spice, Papa?"
He watched this in January of last year. She was like 1 year old.
She looked at me with her beady eyes. She said, "Papa, what is spice?" And I said, "Don't look at the spice.
You know how
Go to bed."
when you can tell Alex is lying, the more he coughs. The more he's lying. The more he's lying.
And I start laughing, you bastard,
because he knows it's not true.
She said, Papa.
Papa, please, Papa.
Let's hear your cases though for these picks.
I like Jurassic World. I thought it was way better than Fallen Kingdom, to be really honest with you. Fallen Kingdom to me was so stupid. You had dinosaurs that are worth billions of dollars. They're getting sold for like $10 million, which I was just like, that is so stupid. The movie was like a two different style of movie anyway. You had the clones and that bullshit. Then you had the auctions. When it came to Dominion, it didn't have the DNA of Jurassic Park, but I enjoy watching dinosaurs run around. But everyone was doing all the same shit. Everyone was stopping with the hand.
Yeah, that's so fucking annoying.
And I was just like, okay. And then Blue, I mean, I understand he raised Blue, but I mean, Jesus, like this dude. I mean, he
Blue's also barely in it.
I was hoping Blue was going to eat him. That's all I wanted. I just wanted Blue to eat him.
Well, he did nip at him, which I was like, oh shit, Blue's not messy. And he was like, I'll get her. I'll get your baby boy. So how did you know it was a boy, bro? Like, I don't know. I just feel that. And then the whole thing with the locusts destroying crops. I mean, isn't that shit happening for real anyway? Like around the world?
They're not that big.
They're not the size of your leg.
I'm just saying, like in terms of like, they took like a real world event and then spiced it up, hammed it up, you know? Dune, like I said, yeah, they have.
I need to give it another chance. I should watch it.
I think like the extended cut is really funny. They added more funny scenes with what's his name? Malcolm. He's funny. Malcolm is funny. But my only thing is like these people are in their 60s or 70s and they're rocking the same clothes from the 90s. Didn't you say like
you know Dr. Grant didn't change his wardrobe. You know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Sam Neill's wore the same shit he wore.
He's still digging.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you could have some Wrangler jeans, some Hanes shirts.
Wow, that's a hot take right there.
That's a hot take. Good job, Evan.
What is it?
Way to beat the rip.
The insect aspect was his favorite part of the movie.
I didn't mind Jurassic World, but it was a disappointment because I expected, the whole cast was going to come together and they really just kind of threw everybody in. It was like, oh yeah, I've heard of you, or oh yeah, you're great. And that was kind of how they all met. And then everybody's kind of running around and chasing these giant locusts, and it was just, I don't know. And then Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum, who's amazing. I love him as an actor. But he's working for the company that's doing these insects, and
he was underground.
Sure, it can be underground. Fine.
It seemed like he was dialed.
It needs to stay underground because Dune was great, and I agree it was slow, but the first Dune was slow, so I expected this to happen. The only thing I didn't care for is that they're releasing it in 2 parts, and that's kind of good too. It's not a 4-hour movie, like the original one was. But I mean, I love the ensemble. I liked the acting in it. Good special effects, and I mean the sound on the 4K is amazing. So I was totally down for Dune when it came out, and even though other sci-fi movies, and there wasn't really much to pick sci-fi wise coming out this year, except for maybe Everything Everywhere All at Once would have made a great sci-fi pick. But again, I already nominated it for something else. So aside from, you know, trolling on streaming and picking like the Tomorrow War or the Atom Project or something goofy like that, I was like, okay, I want to pick some, you know, a good quality. They put a lot of money into it, good special effects, great sound. So Dune was my pick. That's kind of why I went with Dune.
Nice.
Dune is boring.
Dune.
Thank you. I was like,
sucks. The end.
Jurassic
All right.
Park was amazing.
All right, closing out the votes with 60% of the votes. Dune
Oh, God.
takes favorite sci-fi movie. Sorry,
Not
Alex.
surprised.
I don't know what's going on with these people tonight. I think they all sick. That's what it is.
Everybody's sick.
Everybody's sick.
Doctor Strange one.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I don't think they see the right films.
No, but are you sure we're talking about the right movie? No,
I think they talk about Doom with The Rock. I think that's
Yeah.
what they're talking about.
Doom.
Doom.
Shoot, I'd have voted
Doom.
for that if it came out this year. Doom 2. I've been waiting for Doom 2 to come out. Somebody said that and it was actually Dune 2, and I thought somebody said Doom 2, and I was like, I'm in. If there's a Doom 2 coming, I want it. I can't remember what that was. I think it was on Mega Mike the Movie Man's stream. We were talking about anticipated releases for 2023. All right, so the last in the minor categories is for favorite thriller.
Ooh.
And this was Nate and Rich bringing in the nominations. And the nominees are Black Phone from Rich and Last Night in Soho from Nate.
Both great.
Ugh.
Again,
Oh.
I like both. I like his pick as well. I like Black.
Yeah.
I like both movies. I mean, obviously, I like the one I picked, but I like the Black Phone as well.
Anna Taylor-Joy, oh, she's fantastic. Her look for her, just like a visual look, was perfect for this movie.
Yeah, I think so. Last Night in Soho. I mean, I went with that because, well, luckily it just made it, because it came out really early in the year, per David's rules, is like home release basically. I think Edgar Wright's just one of my favorite directors. I think he's fantastic.
I agree.
I think he's super creative. And it was cool to see him do something that was not really funny. You know what I mean? Like everything he does has humor pretty much. So I'd like to see a straight thriller from him. It's a little weird, definitely a little out there, but I think that's kind of the charm with it. I think the Black Phone is weird too. I think they're both kind of weird supernatural elements, but I wouldn't call them just straight up supernatural films. You know what I mean? But I think, and Last Night in Soho, I think looks beautiful. I love the cinematography. I love the setting, the music. I love everything about it. Black Phone, just to your pick, I thought was really great. I'd like to see Scott Derrickson back doing something that wasn't, a big budget, crazy big movie. Also a great score in that. Yeah, really weird, music, but really good. And I thought the kid, the girl, the sister in that movie,
Fantastic.
Her performance.
The two
was
kids
great,
carried that movie. I mean, if their acting sucks, this movie wouldn't be any good. That's just.
I agree. I thought they were great.
I didn't see none of the those two films. So
watch them. They're enjoyable.
I'm catching up on some stuff. I saw some new stuff today. May hates me, but I saw some good action films. Loved it.
Good action film.
I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did because it's got kid cast. And sometimes I have issues with kid acting, and was not disappointed with this. Ethan Hawke. Yeah, it's Ethan Hawke, right? Yeah.
I thought he looked like Scott Bakula. What was his name?
Scott Bakula?
Yeah. Doesn't the mask look like Scott Bakula? Pull up the mask. Show us the mask again. I swear to God, isn't that him?
That's a mask.
Isn't that Scott Bakula?
Bro,
I
if there's a human who has a face that looks like that, I don't
Yeah.
want to see him.
Yeah.
He looked like the dude from Star Trek. No.
Anyway, if you haven't seen Black Phone, do yourself a favor, check it out because it's fantastic.
Last night in Soho was like
Not
was
to
that like Blade
Evan.
Runner?
Evan said hated both. Evan, what movies did you like this year? Every movie we've picked.
I don't think he
Pretty
liked
much
anything
you
we've picked.
hated.
So far.
Top Gun.
Like,
Oh no, he
no,
didn't see
nobody
Top
liked.
Gun yet. He didn't see Top Gun. I don't
Yeah,
think
he
saw
liked
Top
Jurassic World Dominion, and
because the
but I want to know
Dino
what he liked
DNA.
because every movie we pick, he says I hated this.
Well, is Last
doing
Night in
a-
Soho like Blade Runner?
No.
No.
It's like
no.
Not Cyberpunk.
it's more like a
More like a
no,
supernatural.
it's not
thriller.
futuristic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's supernatural thriller. It's like a murder mystery kind of.
Yeah.
And the girl in this, she's
I
in.
like
Isn't she a Jojo Rabbit?
Yes,
Oh, I
I haven't
yes.
seen Jojo
Thomasin
Rabbit.
McKenzie. She's
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Shit, I
really
think I'm
good.
selling your pick more than mine.
Yeah,
She's great in Jojo.
I haven't
Rabbit.
seen Jojo.
Oh,
Jojo Joker.
favorite.
Joker.
I love both of these movies. I would pick Last Night in Soho personally because I like that just a little bit more. But Black Phone is a surprising plus for me. I was really surprised by it. It came through as a horror though. They said, "Oh, horror movie," and I don't think it's a horror movie. It plays better as a thriller. But it's really deliberate. There's a lot of layers to it, and I love Last Night in Soho. Great twist at the end. That would be my vote, but not by much. It's really close for me.
And go back to that little girl when she's talking to the dollhouse. We're talking to God at the dollhouse. Fuck, I was dying laughing. Just the way the banner she had, the way she delivered the lines. She was really great in that.
Oh yeah, that was great. You know
Mhm.
what? My backup pick for thriller was really cheesy, really cheesy. I know probably a lot of people didn't like it, but I had a blast with it. Every once in a while, a movie comes along that is like so stupid that I'm like, this is my kind of stupid. And my backup pick was that movie Beast with Idris Elba, where he fights the lion,
Oh, I like that movie.
punches the lion right in the face. Oh my gosh! I mean, it's stupid on paper and it's stupid in execution. And also, I had a blast when I was watching it. I was like, "Yeah, eat him, lion!" And I was like, "Not my man, Idris." He uppercutted that lion. Great, Alex. I think you would like it if you can let go of your whole "this is stupid" and just like let it wash over you. I think you'd have a good time because it's hilarious.
What, him
And
punching a
great.
lion?
Yes, when he
Dude, I
fights the
sat
lion,
through Lara Croft punching a shark. I think I
Exactly.
just-
This is way better. It's way better than when she punches the shark. Yeah, because he punches him like 50 times.
Oh Jesus! If I had
Let
to
it
pick
go.
a thriller,
Let
Death on the Nile, I liked. If you want to pick thriller,
Oh, that's a thriller.
I enjoyed Death on the Nile.
I like that. Gail Gadot was hot in that movie.
Yeah, well,
I thought that was a solid
and
film.
she hot in a gunny sack. I
See?
know it.
But she's not
Del
good
on
at
movies.
Let's just be
Beast was
honest.
dumb fun. He knows that. Del's right there with
Yeah,
me.
I enjoyed Beast. I
but
did.
I got David too.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I enjoyed Beast.
But
I
Beast
wouldn't
is
have picked Beast over these two, but
Same.
but
That's
but
why I
I-
went back up.
How about
Um,
Ambulance? Is it Ambulance?
I like Ambulance. I would have picked Ambulance as a thriller or an
That is
action
what-
movie. I think it could
Yeah, it goes
qualify.
either way.
Another
Heist
one
thriller.
that I might have picked that I was really impressed with was Fall. I liked that. That kind of surprised me.
It was a solid little flick.
I don't like Healing Heights. I didn't want to see it. I told Nate, I was like, how high is it? He was like, you ain't gonna like it.
No, you were going.
I'm like,
Really high.
yeah.
Not only do they, they're doing this thing 2,000 feet up, but they were actually 2,000 feet up. The set was 100 feet for the tower, and then they were on a 2,000-foot cliff. So
No.
when they were actually like looking out onto that, it was like real. There wasn't a whole lot of green screen stuff going
Then
on.
you're gonna get real emotions from me, which is passing out and falling to my death.
Yeah,
Because
I saw that at
I
the
would not do
theater,
it.
and I thought it was pretty fun. I was like, this movie, the trailers were horrible and the poster was crap.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, I was like, this is kind of good. I kind of like this movie. It's pretty good. Oh, look, there, Evan, he liked two movies. Banshees of
Hustle.
Inisherin, I'm guessing, and The
Yes.
Hustle, the Netflix basketball movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that has LeBron James attached to it, so I won't watch it.
Oh, I'm not watching that.
You don't like
I haven't
LeBron?
seen it, but
Solid.
Yeah, can't stand LeBron.
Yeah, I agree. I liked Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
better.
But I did like Death on the Nile. It was
there's a new one coming out this year, the third one.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Yes. Hold on. I'll tell you what it's called. Kenneth Branagh's back directing and starring.
Who do you
It
think
is-
is a better detective? the guy from those two movies, or my man Daniel Craig as Blanc? I think Blanc is
Daniel
more
Craig.
funnier. Yeah, I think the Blanc is cool.
As long,
Mhm.
yeah, but yeah, it has to be really complicated. The more complicated the case, the better Daniel Craig is.
Yeah.
It's called A Haunting in Venice.
Oh, that sounds
so-
interesting.
Upcoming
Okay.
mystery film directed by Kenneth Branagh, based on the Agatha Christie book. So yeah, it's like the third part. I guess.
Oh, I'm totally down for that.
Yeah.
All right, the voting is closed. Favorite thriller with 66% of the votes is Black Phone.
Ooh,
Nice.
great. Awesome. I don't even mind losing to the two movies that my movies lost to because they're awesome.
Scott Bakula's feast.
Scott Bakula in
Bakula.
Black Phone.
How back to the fucking
Scott, it's
for
Blackula Phone.
What's Scott Baio?
Huh?
Mayo.
I thought you were out. My picture.
Scott Baio.
Scott Baio. No, I'm the guy that plays Quantum Leap.
What was the Scott Baio was remember
Charles
what's the line? Oh,
Charles in Charge.
Joni loves Chachi.
He loves Pachi.
Dodgeball.
Oh,
Joni loves
Jesus.
Chachi.
That shit was my jam when I was a kid. I ain't
That
gonna
was
lie.
best comedy. Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Can we
The-
pick
oh,
from any era?
They did not.
Dodgeball.
I don't understand why they didn't do a sequel. We needed one.
So good. And you know what it could have been called? Dodgeballs.
Dodge these balls. Dodge
Dodgeballs.
these
All right.
balls.
All right, so we're done. Black Phone 2, Electric Boogaloo, says my son. Sequel that comes out.
Pretty good.
So we're coming up to the major awards. This is ones where all four of us nominated a movie for. We also have the collector award, which was for our favorite purchase of the year. And I'd like to go ahead and go with that first. Do you guys have your favorite purchase handy?
Wait, I didn't know we had to do that. We had to do
yes.
Do you have
Yes.
something?
that. I
Alex?
could run downstairs while you guys talk.
I got to go get mine too. I've got
Yeah.
well.
So
up
it's
to you.
for this
for the
year or
For
last year?
2022.
Last
For
year.
2022, your favorite purchase of last year.
It doesn't matter what year it came out and stuff.
Doesn't
right?
matter what year it came out, you bought it, and it doesn't have to be movie, but it has to be movie related. So it can be a figure, it could be whatever.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Do you want to wait on it, or you want to just go do that, get it?
I
and
can-
come
I'm
I
back?
gonna-
go
I'm gonna run
and-
downstairs quick. I'll be
I
right
think
back.
me and Rich can go while you guys grab it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can grab my. I forgot to grab mine. Actually, I forgot about.
All right, I
mine.
have mine.
A part of
let me
mine
grab
right
it real
here,
quick.
and I've got
And I'll be right back.
there. So mine will be real quick. All right, we'll be back in two
Okay,
shakes.
do you
you
want
guys.
me to talk to the people? Do you want me to talk to the people while you guys go?
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back in a second, and then
Okay.
you can go if you need to go. All right, go Nate.
So, chat, thanks for being here tonight. It's great. Thank you for voting, and welcome to the Nate Top. Yeah. Oh, look, Rich is back. But yes, you guys are doing great. Thank you for voting on all the categories. If you saw these movies, awesome. If you didn't see these movies so far, all worth checking out. Make sure you hit the like button if you didn't already.
Oh yeah,
Down below.
hit the like.
Hit that
subscribe.
like button. If you don't subscribe to this great channel, go ahead and subscribe. Yes, welcome to Nate's super short show. It was over. It's already over because Rich is back. So,
Well, no. I want you to plug Action Guys podcast. I
oh,
want you.
okay. If you're not familiar with us, me and Alex, we have two different programs, but they are one family. On Monday nights, before these gentlemen go on at 9 p.m., me and Alex do live streams. Geeks and Flicks is our channel. So if you like discussion, film discussion, fun comedy, like I'm not saying we're comedians, but we mostly just crack jokes and try to laugh most of the time. We have an ultimate action hero tournament coming up. So we're going to be doing that. It's going to be fun. We do What the
Yeah.
Halls, where we show off movies from our collection. These guys have both been on that particular show, and there will be on in the future. We also do Director Spotlight, a true Director Spotlight. We watch every single movie that a director has made. We review them and rank them. So if you're into that, that's Monday nights live, YouTube. If you like action movies, though, just action movies, we have a podcast called the Action Movie Guys Podcast. It's just me and Alex. We have a 5-category system. We rank action movies only, and these podcasts are short. They're 30 minutes or less every single time. You could listen on your drive to work. We come out with 2 every week. So if you're into action films and you want to hear our take, and that show, we have a lot of fun. Like, that is a funny, I don't like to toot
Yeah.
my own horn, but we laugh
That
a
shit is
lot
funny.
during
Yeah.
those shows. So
There's been times I
Um,
almost went off the side of the road
Yeah.
I'm at work. Fucking
Yeah, I
listening to you
listen to
guys.
it only when you're okay. I said drive to work, maybe not. Listen to it when you're sitting down or going for a jog or something.
I'm fat. I don't. So
I don't jog either. My feet, I got flat feet. They hurt too much. But yes, if you're into action movies, check us out. We're on Spotify, Google, Apple, all that, and then on YouTube, Geeks and Flicks, as you can see in Alex's little logo.
great channel. Two great guys, man. So Jay Manley asked the question. He asked where I got my name, Turner Fan 77.
Oh yeah.
I am a big. Everybody knows me. Knows I'm into comics. Comics was my first love. Then came movies, and then came girls. A little later, nerd. But no. One of my favorite artists, Michael Turner, died of cancer a long time ago. So I just took my love for his artwork through Turner Fan in there, and then the year I was born. Simple as
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. Me and Alex thought it's because you love Ted Turner.
No.
Or Turner Field in Atlanta.
Turner
I'm
Field,
like, he's not
Atlanta.
from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Nope, just a comic book artist.
Very good. I like it.
Oh Lord. All right.
Great
what we
question, Jay. Anybody want to
Yeah,
know how I
thank
got
you,
the
Jay.
name Nate? It's short for Nathan. My parents gave it to me. That's it.
got? Well, my
Oh,
name is not Alex. My real name is Alexis.
There you go.
yeah.
That's how he
Oh, I
got his
didn't know
name.
that.
So you put IS, and that's my real name, Alexis.
Alex is Geeks
Oh,
and Flicks.
There you go. Alex is Geeks and Flicks. But
My
yeah,
real name is Nathan is.
Nathan
Flicks.
is.
Shortened to Nate.
Are we good? You want to go around, or how you want to do this?
We are good. I'm just gonna.
David's was in pieces because he had to go get some of it.
Oh,
I-
gotcha. Oh, I guess I'll go. I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead and go.
You went the
first.
farthest. You go first.
Yeah,
You
I
went the
did.
farthest.
I was like huffing and puffing by the
Jogging
time I went.
downstairs.
Probably, yeah. It probably winded when you came back, so you check your pulse.
Winded.
You're
I
good.
ran to the bathroom. I had to go to the. Jeez, I was like, oh my god.
Well, Nate
All
was
right.
still talking when I came back, so I'm like, I'm gonna pee.
That's what I thought about. I ran downstairs and I'm like, yo, I'm getting really chills.
You guys, David, you were very smart to bring some professionals on the show in case you had to take a pee break. We could keep the show going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Promoting your own show on my show is great. I was like, Nate's
This
talking.
is-
Yeah, fine.
This was gonna be hands down. If you guys know me, you know me in the community. I am a big fan of this thing, and hands down was the Ghostbusters collector set
Right.
from last year. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is awesome. It is the Trap. It breaks into 4 films, the 4 new films that came. Not 4, but Afterlife. So when you open it, I already own all of them, so I don't watch it from this batch. But there you have it.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's a great set. I was very shocked. Let me just tell you, very shocked to find out that this thing is a limited edition run on this. But yeah, the hands down, this had to be mine. I mean, I got other good looking stuff, but
Tina Turner.
this was given. I love this franchise. So yeah, Ghostbusters. David,
Nice.
what you got?
Me?
All right.
Oh, David. Okay.
He's
Oh,
a
you already
Dave.
showed off, Nate?
No, I was waiting for y'all. I just chatted with
Oh,
everybody.
yeah. So what you
We were
got?
talking
What you
about
got?
the podcast.
Show
Oh,
me what
okay.
you got.
So
Show me what you're working with,
I
Nate.
wrestled with this.
Show me what you working with.
I wrestled with this, but I didn't want to show. This is pretty common, but to me, I love these. I have all 3 of them. You know where I'm going with 3 of them. So I'm going
Oh,
with
the
the
Columbia.
Columbia Classics. Yeah, you know, like as a film. Oh, let me get it.
Buff.
As a film lover, I like to call myself a film lover.
He's a
I don't like using the word film too much. I'm a movie fan, movie lover. And these sets so far have introduced me to a number of movies that I've never watched, that I might never have watched if they didn't come in this set. You know what I mean? I like classics. I like drama. I like comedy. I like every genre. So to get a set that's pretty diverse, the transfers are every single one in all 3 sets. They look amazing. Every single one. Sony, that's who owns Columbia. Sony knocks it out the park with their releases.
Yeah.
I know you. If you guys are like into slip covers, if you take them out of these sets, they always have nice slip covers and different artwork on the actual case. So if you want to take them out and put them on the shelf, it works. I love the books that come with them. I think I just think as a package, they're really great. They're high quality. They're not all cheap and janky and like flimsy. You know what I mean? And I just love having these films that like you would never think, like freaking Annie, whether you like the movie or not, you would never think Annie would be on 4K. You know what I mean? Especially before certain other movies. So I just think it's neat if you love these movies, if you love old movies, if you love classic films, and they always throw one in there that's kind of like a fan favorite, right? Like As Good as It Gets. That's not, it's not super prestigious, but it is what it is. League of Their Own, The Social Network, like these. I mean, all three sets are great, but that was my favorite. The other one was The Godfather. It was either this or The Godfather. Those were the two I was wrestling with. But I showed that on another stream, so I didn't want to do that one again.
Well, dull on movies, Nate doesn't own that set of Ghostbusters. You don't own this set.
Mm-mm. Oh, you went Steelbook.
Oh, Godfather.
Yeah.
I got the Steelbook set of the three.
Yeah, I got that big tall one that's like a book and it has like artwork and
the 50
nice.
year, right? It was like the 50-year.
50. Yeah, it's up there. You can't look at this. It's there.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Donnie, that was mine.
Rich, what you got, bro?
Right, this is an easy one. I mean, everybody picks these movies, but I'm still a fan of slasher movies. And last year, I was able to get, because I bought them all at one time, and that's my Halloween 4Ks, 1 through 5.
Nice.
Simple, Scream Factory. I'm sorry.
What happened to 6?
They didn't release them.
6, 7, and 8. Yes, they did.
Yeah, but I haven't bought it yet.
Okay. Oh, yeah. See, it's okay. It's no judging. It's no
You're
judging.
judging me, damn it.
You
I know everybody picks
Who's
Halloween,
judging me?
but I love those movies, especially the originals.
Yeah.
Some of them are shitty, but I still enjoy them.
5.
Yeah.
5 was bad.
5's the worst.
The 5 is bad. Is that the one that he bangs his niece?
Yeah.
No, that's 6.
That's 6.
No,
Yeah. That the cult, right?
5 is the one where the niece is like a mute for half the movie, and he has that horrible mask that looks like an alien.
And Dr. Loomis is slapping her up in the bed.
It's terrible.
He's like, "Where is he?
Tell me where he is."
My God.
But yeah, those sets are great. Rich,
They are.
They are great.
3 is underrated. I love 3.
I haven't watched it in 4K yet.
It looks good.
3 looks great.
I haven't
My
watched
man Tom Atkins gets on, bro. It's like a porno. Tom Atkins get in it. He meets a girl. He goes, "Come to my hotel."
Come to the hotel. She goes right to the hotel with him to that little town.
And then
That's it. It's over.
5 more minutes to Halloween.
Couldn't deny that
Halloween.
sweet mustache.
From Night from the Creeps. What you got, David? What you gonna end it with?
All right.
Bring us home.
So
Bring us home, baby.
bringing it home. Okay, so I have a friend of mine. So you guys all know that I used to be a professional wrestler, and I worked with this guy named Brett Wagner. Brett Wagner is probably 6'8", weighs 300 and some odd pounds, and in the 2003 remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he played Leatherface for one scene. And then he got sick and he couldn't continue with the movie, so they had to bring in somebody else.
Oh, that sucks.
So he is now and forever known as the Lost Leatherface. I reached out to him and asked him for this, and he did it for me for a small fee. But he so I bought the Funko Pop for Leatherface, and it's autographed by Brett Wagner. Lost Leatherface, Brett Wagner, 2003. And then for free, I sent him the cover art to my DVD of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2003 release, and he autographed that for me as well.
Did his one scene make the movie?
His one scene made the movie. The first kill of the movie with the sledgehammer, that's him.
Let's go. Let's go. Now I want to watch it. And then
So-
turn it off. Right
Jack
after
up
that.
those prices at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah, he did. Cha-ching. So, yeah, Casablanca 4K. I mean, yeah, it was almost my first Vinegar Syndrome purchase was this year, and I got the Cloak and Dagger, and I got the Ticks, and a couple other ones, so that almost made it. And then I got the Record set from Scream Factory, and I like that. But this is my favorite purchase for sentimental reasons. The autograph
awesome.
Chainsaw Massacre. So yeah, that was really awesome. So we're gonna put those up
You started talking about wrestling. You said Bret. I was like, Bret Hart. You
Yeah.
didn't sign your.
I reached out to Bret Hart, and he was a
Oh man, I
Leatherface.
love Bret Hart. Was my
Bret
favorite.
Hart was not
wrestler.
Leatherface. No,
Oh,
I
Leatherface.
meet
He
Bret
hit him with
Hart.
a sharpshooter in a
I
deleted
love
scene.
Bret Hart, bro.
He's like,
But-
come here, girl. She's crawling out the floor. And he picks her, and he was like,
No, his legs become chainsaws, and he puts them in sharpshooter, just starts cutting them up.
Yeah. So, so this was my favorite purchase of the year, and I don't normally have a lot of autograph stuff, so that was
I'm not
a
crazy
rare
with
thing
that.
for me to
I
have.
don't have any.
Yeah,
My autographs are all on comics.
yeah. Yours is a comic. I have Alex Ross. I didn't meet him, but we went to his booth last year, right, Nate? We went right, and I just got two comic books with his authentic work. I love his stuff. I have like his painting around the house, the Universal Monster, Alex Ross.
You need to get those steel books, bro.
They're expensive.
At one
Nate
point, they
gave
were
me
like-
his digital code, so I'm good. They're expensive, bro. The Alex Ross steel books, ooh, hurt hard.
They're nice.
Yeah. What's the next category?
Well, we
they're
still got to
voting.
do who wins this one, bro. We got to wait.
Who is this? Oh, I don't see
I didn't know we were
the
voting on
thing
that
on the. Yeah, I didn't see the vote on the side.
Oh, no,
It's a close race right now. It's two-way
It
tie.
is. It's close.
Who is it?
David's autographed Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Alex Ghostbusters. They each have 30% of the votes.
GB, baby.
Me and Rich are tied for second. 20% each.
Mm.
And like my daughter likes to
Yeah,
say,
you guys get your votes in. Yeah, I don't care who wins. I like these are great purchases, you guys. This is awesome. But
I still haven't opened up the 1-to-1 authentic proton pack I got in the basement for Afterlife. I have not opened it. I'm dying to open it. I'm just so like I can't even.
I did like that statue unboxing you did.
Well, Ahsoka?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ahsoka's really nice. I love Vader though. Vader looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a surprise for Nate because I ordered a statue that's like one of his favorite characters, and I fell in love with it. but yeah,
I'm gonna steal it. Next time I'm up there, you'll have it before I get there. You won't have it when I'm gone.
Nope.
You won't
Hey,
know
where's this guy
where
at?
it went.
Nate like this
Like,
in
ATA.
ATA.
What happened to my? And you'd be like, no hablo
I
inglés.
gotta check my bag at the airport because it's precious cargo.
This one, who did?
Oh my god, precious cargo.
Uh-oh. Looks like someone's pulled.
All right, someone's pulling out. Someone's
Uh-oh.
pulling into the lead.
Oh,
What?
shoot.
Woo.
But
Faux show. I mean, I was gonna pick Top Gun Maverick to be honest with you. I like the Top Gun Maverick box set.
That box set you unboxed.
Oh, the box set.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was.
It's
really
not
nice.
worth $100 though at the time that I brought it. I tell
I think
everybody
I seen it
that
drop down to like 90.
that's something like that. Yeah, I have a different one, but yeah, that box set is like I love the way they designed the taking out all this stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
I got that one too, David, but with that little Walmart magnet on it.
oh,
nice.
all right.
It's like
Oh,
a
the
little-
lenticular?
it's just the same exact steelbook you have, but it has a magnet on it.
it should have been him and Goose. I mean, him and Rooster together.
Him and Rooster.
See?
Yeah, when they
I
in the
agree.
F-14, is it the F-14 that they steal from the whatever the people?
Yeah.
I love that scene. That's one of my favorite scenes. Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes.
I love it. Miles Teller's. How are we gonna get this bag of ass to fly?
And then I love when he's like, the radar ain't working. He was like, well, I don't know. That's your father's department.
Father's department. Just,
He's
yeah,
like, I
flip some
don't know.
switches. Just do some
Yeah.
shit back there.
I was like, I thought that was really cute.
But
Nah,
the parallels with Top Gun Maverick and the original one, how they're the way they talk to each other, and then I think my favorite was the dynamic between Hangman and Rooster was similar to Maverick and Iceman,
yeah.
And, and I thought that was kind of cool. I just thought
Yeah.
that was neat.
But there were some scenes that when Rooster's talking to Maverick in the cockpit, he sounded exactly like Anthony Edwards when he's talking to him. I was just
Goose
like,
do
holy
that
crap.
pilot shit and stuff. Yeah, it sounded like it was
He's
Goose. in the back.
like, Mav, I don't think we can get out of this. I was like, he said the same shit in part
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Like,
it
he
was
sounded the same. Yeah.
this is not good. This is not good.
Yeah. Like I thought that was really
Have you
cool.
guys seen Devotion yet?
Devotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
That guy right
I really liked it.
I did too.
there. Guess who saw 80s for Brady's? That guy right
Rob.
there. That guy right there.
I ain't watching
Nate
that.
was like, one ticket for like 80s for Brady's Pete's.
Not watching
didn't
it.
really get to see Megan. I was supposed to see it last Tuesday, but
Yeah.
we had tornado warning, so we couldn't leave the house. And so I did get to see it this week. And
Did
it
you
was,
like
it was
it?
all right.
A lot
It
of
was-
people said I would like that movie.
Yeah, I liked it. It's not it's creepy, but not scary. They really forced
not a
it
horror
to
movie.
PG-13, so there's not a lot of gore or blood or anything like that. But I did find it creepy. I liked it. It was
Is it
decent.
better than Chucky in terms of character, or Chucky is still the
I
legacy?
I gotta say, Chucky's got to be the king there. I personally do not like Child's Play at all, but it's hard to compete with that with the sequels and all that they've done. I've got to say, Chucky's still king. I like the Puppet Master movies.
I haven't seen those. I own all of them.
I dig those. They're really low budget,
Yeah.
Really
but
terrible.
I dig them.
He said I dig
Rich.
it.
They're really terrible.
I'm like that frog on that cereal box.
Who won
All right.
the
We got a winner here. 6 minutes.
Yep. All right. So let's close this out.
Uh-oh. Alex. Oh no, man. Sorry.
I don't know what's wrong with the damn chat, bro.
You're just a big loser.
I think so. Every pick I picked
All right.
today, they're picking the wrongs.
All right, the winner with 33% of the votes is Ghostbusters. From Harold.
You damn right. That's my boy
Look
Blue.
how quick his tune changed.
My tune changed. My voice got higher.
He was like,
It's like, I'm horrible. I never
He would've
win.
been like-
The winner
he
is
would've been like,
Ghostbusters.
"Fuck this
You're damn right.
Yeah, son of a bitches. That's right. Ghostbusters for the win. You know what? I accept this award on behalf of the cast and crew of all the movies.
On behalf of Harold Ramis.
on
Harold,
behalf of my wallet, which is now empty from buying that set.
Yeah.
That was
My only
expensive.
advice is to the guy who's replacing Jason Reitman for the new movie that's coming out this year. Pray to God that you don't suck behind the camera.
They replaced Jason Reitman.
Yeah, it's the co-writer for Afterlife swapped with Jason Reitman, and I'm a little iffy because they both wrote the movie. Jason Reitman directed that one, but now for this one, Jason Reitman's taking a step back and he's directing. But that guy did some movies that wasn't good.
What was that?
Nate's gonna look it up because I think that's what he's doing.
I think if it is who I think it is.
He did a caca movie, bro. I looked it up. I was like, oof, this is caca.
Oh, he did a good movie though, an animated film.
Is
The
that
one
don't
you're thinking
count?
of that's horrible is Poltergeist, the remake.
Yes, Poltergeist
Oh,
the
that's
remake.
terrible.
That was caca, bro.
That's terrible.
But animated, which was a good movie, actually. I know you don't like animated, but Monster House, which is a good, it's a
I
good
like
CG movie, like horror, but for younger people. So it's in his wheelhouse as far as
I
content.
guess.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little iffy. I think they should have just ended it where they did, but they want to do
Gil
more. So,
Keenan is his name.
yeah. So, all right. Well, what's the next one? What we got here? Is
All right,
it
we're
the
getting into the major awards. Our next,
Hopefully
our
everyone's
next
still
award
here.
we're going to give out is the Streamer Award. This is for our favorite movie that came out to streaming in 2022, and all four of us nominated a movie for all these other categories. So the nominees for the Streamer Award are, from Rich is Causeway, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's on Apple TV, right?
Yeah, Apple TV.
From Alex, it's Rocky versus Drago.
Yeah. Adrian.
From Nate on Disney Plus is Werewolf by Night.
Boo.
From me on Netflix is Glass Onion, a Knives Out Mystery.
Great movie. That was the one we
that was
all
a good one.
wanted to pick, and David had first pick.
Yeah.
I had
So,
first pick, so
yeah,
That
nailed
sucked.
it. I saw that at the theater. It was great. I can't believe they should have just put it to theaters. I don't know what they were doing.
I
but
agree.
Yeah. I agree. Rocky versus Drago should have went to theaters.
I saw that at the theater too. Rocky versus Drago.
Yeah, but
They
it was
had
like that
Phantom
1 week
event.
Phantom event.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to release it
Phantom.
again. They got to do it again.
Yeah.
Because I want
Are
to
they
see
putting
it.
it on 4K?
Oh, dude. Oh, my God.
It's coming out on the 4K.
This week,
It's gonna be on there.
March.
Mhm.
March is all of them, 1 through 4.
Well, right,
You know what?
but I
I'm
mean,
gonna
isn't that
vote.
gut?
I'm gonna vote in the chat. I'm not even voting for mine because I liked it a different.
Yeah.
more.
You're getting 1 through 4.
I'm creating the poll, so
And then
No, I'm excited.
Rocky 4 is getting the director's cut in 4K plus the original in 4K
Oh,
on the
nice.
disc.
Are they gonna include it in the box set? Because that's the one I pre-ordered. I didn't want to buy it.
What box set? The 1 through
Yeah.
4?
Day Shift.
Yeah,
I
you
like
get it.
Day
You
Shift,
get
Robert. I enjoyed Day Shift. I thought that was fun.
You get it, Rich. 1
Oh,
through
I
4
didn't know if
comes
they were
in.
going to include it in that or not.
Yeah. You're getting all of the cuts.
Now, let me just say, my pick here definitely not going to win. That's okay. I don't really
My
watch
pick's
a lot
not
of.
winning.
I don't really watch a ton of streaming. I am and always will be until it's not available. A theater guy. I try to see as many movies at the movie theater as possible and watch old movies. That's mostly what I watch is theater stuff to review for our show and old stuff. So I'm not really too big into the streaming. Now I did see Glass Onion because it came out in the theater, and I was like, well,
Right.
I must. Now Werewolf by Night, though, it was one I was like, you know what? Let me give this a shot. And the thing that got me was that it was directed by Michael Giacchino or Giacchino, however you pronounce his name. He's a composer for like he's done a lot of great scores. The new Star Trek movies, Up, The Incredibles, a lot of Pixar stuff. And he directed it. And gosh darn it, it was one of the more fun things I watch on streaming. It was only like an hour long. It was great. It was like 55 minutes.
It's 55 minutes, yeah.
Perfect
And it's
amount
the
of time.
Phase 4 Marvel's done.
It might have been the best. It might have been the best overall product. I mean, Spider-Man, but
Yeah, I did like
It'd
this
be
movie.
Spider-Man in my book.
Yeah, I like that.
Alex, you liked Werewolf by Night, right?
Yeah. It reminded me
Yeah.
of those old Universal movies.
Like a Vincent Price
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. And I am normally not a black and white fan, and a lot of that.
Well, I
was
love black and white.
But Glass Onion was just, I mean,
I,
Glass Onion
yeah,
was fantastic.
I love Glass Onion, and I mean, if I hadn't have picked first, one of you guys would have absolutely picked
Oh, yeah.
Glass.
Yeah.
Uh,
My
everybody
pick was Causeway, and I know none of you guys have seen it.
Nope.
It's,
I don't get
me,
it.
I don't have Apple.
It's real. It feels real. Because Jennifer, oh shit, what's her name?
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. It's post-traumatic stress. She got injured in overseas because she was deployed. So she comes back with fucking issues. And then she gets introduced to this other guy. He's one of the guys from Bullet Train.
Oh yeah, Brian Tyree Henry. is the
Yeah.
guy.
Yes, Tangerine.
Yeah, it just felt
And
real.
Dream.
It's sad, there's no really a happy ending. It just felt very real. Like I was watching somebody, like a neighbor, go through some shit. That's
or Lemmy.
Well, with Rocky, I talked to Stallone, and I was like, dude, you have some extra footage, and you need to cut this ultimate
Give him a call.
edition.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, and he was like, "Can we have the money?" Yeah. I was like, "Do it." I was like, "Let's fucking do it." And he was like, "Fine, we're doing it." Let me just tell you though, this is like a 360 from the first 80s version.
Mhm.
Now, this is what I'll say though. I don't know, people can get all tight. You could see how Stallone became a better filmmaker because he chopped this movie with whatever he had, and the movie looked 360 from what the 80s one was. He cut a lot of the music down just to move along the story. It's a faster storyline than the first one. The first one was a longer movie. All the montages and the Death of Apollo was like 2 seconds compared to what you got here. I mean, here you get to see his ass whoop from the beginning.
No robot
to,
though.
No
No
robot.
robot.
Yeah. Oh, and then you know. Oh man, my wife laughed. She goes, "I can't believe you remember that." He removed my favorite part of the montage of Hearts on Fire.
Oh no.
When he rips the photo and then he grabs the wagon and he picks it up. Yeah, when he looks at himself and he rips Drago and you go, oh, he's gonna fuck Drago up. Like he's just gonna do it. He removed that and then he added him doing some more rope cardio. And I was like, well, that rope scene was kind of hot though. I was like,
Did you see the documentary he put on YouTube
oh
about
yeah.
the making of that?
Oh yeah.
That was
It looked
fantastic.
good.
Listen, my favorite part.
As good as a movie.
My favorite
Yeah.
part of Rocky 4 was making Alex so mad
Oh,
that
no.
I was texting him and I was like, this movie sucks. This movie's exactly the same as the old one. They barely changed anything. He was like so tight. I could tell in his text he was so mad. And I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this movie should stay in the 80s. They didn't
Yeah,
even
it was
change
a
anything.
comparison.
What a
People
waste
got
of
up and
time.
left.
And then we went and reviewed it, and I said totally different stuff. And he was like,
Yeah.
"What the heck?" Like,
Yeah.
I was just trying to make him mad. It made me laugh.
Because the first thing Nate goes, I say,
Yeah, he's
Nate,
ready
how
to-
was it? He goes, people got up and left. And I was like, what the fuck? What's wrong with them people? Nate goes, my friend hated it too. He's a big Rocky fan. I was like, so then drop your friend. Like,
He's not a true friend.
He's not a true friend.
I said Rocky 4 is the 5th best Rocky movie. This made it worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, I was heated.
He was so mad. It was
I
great.
was really tight. I was like, oh my god. But
Made me
yeah.
laugh. It was a good laugh for me.
You
That was my
haven't seen
favorite
it,
part of
Rich?
Rocky 4.
Have you seen the director's cut?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was listening to it and I missed one. Yeah, I seen it. I rented it. I think it was the first day it was available to rent. I fucking
Yeah.
loved it.
I paid like $20 for the whole thing. I was like, I'm keeping this.
Yeah.
Then, yeah,
I was
the
hoping they
disc.
put it on disc, and now we're getting it. You said so.
Yeah, the disc is coming in March. All of
Yeah.
them, 1 through, and they look great in 4K. When it does Rocky 3 into Rocky 4, that thing is like spot clean. Like even when he's fighting Mr. T, so it's gonna look even better. That whole sequence.
Well, they look good on video.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm gonna wait till they come out with all 6 because remember the Star Trek thing where they released the first 4
Yeah.
and then like a little while later they did all 6. I'm just gonna wait for the all 6.
My only thing is 5 and 6 is Sony. It's not MGM, and that's the reason why Stallone is
Oh, I didn't
editing
know
them. Yeah,
don't-
he had the
it'll
license.
happen.
He had to go through Sony, but he's
They don't have to though
editing
because they
now.
already have a heavyweight Blu-ray collection that has all of them, so there's no reason why
but-
they can't do it.
Yeah.
So I'll wait.
I mean, they
I
can bring
didn't
whatever
know
they
that.
want. They can have the steroid Drago edition. I'm buying it.
All right, the voting is closed
What we
I
got?
got one vote.
for the streamer award. You did. You got one vote. So the winner with 64% of the votes is the Glass Onion. Glass Onion.
Zero
takes the
surprise
streamer
there.
award.
Yeah, pretty much. It's new. I would pick that too.
Not a
honest.
surprise.
We all vote.
Yeah.
I voted for Glass Onion. I was one of the 14
Me too.
votes.
He voted for Glass Onion. It was-
Yeah.
All right. So the next category is for sleeper pick of the year.
Ugh.
These are the movies that gave us the biggest surprise. We didn't expect much from it. They turned out to be really good.
Mine
And
has a
the
0% chance of winning.
the
Mine-
nominees are from Rich, Come On, Come On,
Oh, we
from
already
Alec,
voted.
Pray, from Nate, 3,000 Years of Longing, and from me, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mhm.
I'll
Yeah,
just,
me-
you know what? I just want to
Oh,
go
we-
first because I have no shot here. I have no shot.
No, you don't.
Either do
Everyone
I.
loves Everything Everywhere Olive Oil.
Olive oil.
People love Predator, EVOO, extra virgin olive oil all at once. Listen, 3,000 Years of Longing. Nobody saw this movie. Well, some people saw it, but not a lot of people saw it. It is not for everybody. And I think that's why it caught me so off guard. I saw one trailer for it. I saw Idris Elba, who I absolutely love. I saw Tilda Swinton, who's honestly one of the best actresses and still, I think, somehow underrated. And then I saw George Miller's name. And I was like, this movie looks so weird. I got to see it. I went to the theater. I was like the only one in there. And the movie played. And I just, it's a movie about storytelling. I'm a sucker for a story about stories, right? Or like, how people love movies about movies, pretty much. It's not much different. And a story about stories, it's weird. It's definitely weird. But I thought Idris Elba was great. Visually, it's beautiful. The score is amazing. And then I go and I watch it, and then I go online and like nobody's talking about this movie. Nobody saw it. So I felt like it's definitely a sleeper in the grand scheme. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's not going to win this because I don't even think a lot of people saw it still. But yeah, I thought it was great. I finally got that 4K. I had it on Blu-ray last time when we did the nominations, but it's just too visually
Stunning.
no pun intended, rich to keep it on Blu-ray. I have to get it on 4K.
Yeah.
So
I watched it because you recommended it. I ended up really, really liking it.
yeah, okay,
that's
good.
my list to buy. Because
That's good to hear. I love when someone takes a recommendation and actually likes it. It doesn't always happen.
I liked it. I picked Come On. I love Food Phoenix. It's a black and white movie, so David won't watch it. This is just a charming movie. Yeah, I bought it blindly, blind buy, and I ended up really loving it. If you want to see Joaquin Phoenix, oh fuck, he's just so good in this. You see him as the Joker. You see him as the dude in Gladiator. You see him. What's that movie where he beats people up with hammers?
Signs.
No, it's
We Were Never Here.
You Were Never Here. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But this man, he's like nice.
Midnight Meat Train.
Nice. Yeah, he's like a father figure to this kid. And,
Vinny Jones, he beats people up with a mallet or something.
Bradley Cooper. I saw that. I saw that movie.
The meat tenderizers all.
This movie, if you have not seen it, just do yourself a favor and watch it, because it's just a good movie.
I do want to see it. I haven't yet, but I would like to.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I like Joaquin.
I do too.
he's good. He's good.
I like Joaquin too. I don't want to see it. Just don't.
Too black and white for you.
Yeah,
Right.
Too black and white. Too sexy.
It's
Too sexy.
It's too sexy for my
It looks
TV.
too French. I don't want to watch that.
Too French.
It looks like it's trying to be too artistic. I'm not here for that.
It's very 60s Roman Polanski. I'm out.
But
Oh,
I know Everything Everywhere All at Once is like got like huge acclaim now. It's like gangbusters. But when it was first released, I didn't hear anything about it, and I was like, I went to go see it because I'm a Michelle Yeoh fan. So I was like, oh, I want to go see this, and then so my wife and I went to the theater and watched it, and it was amazing. I was like, it had everything I wanted to have extra in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. It really, I was like, man, if they could have taken some of that and put it in there, then Multiverse of Madness would have been great. But and then it was after that all of a sudden it just blew up. So it's definitely not a sleeper pick anymore. But when I first watched it, it was a sleeper for me because I didn't expect anything from it. I'm not an A24 fan. I generally don't like their movies. But this was a big exception. It was really, really good.
See, this wouldn't open up here day one here in Iowa, but I have a buddy that lives in San Francisco, and he said, you have to see this movie. It's really good. And like a couple weeks go by, nothing. And it finally opened up here like 2 hours away. And I was ready to drive 2 hours to go see this fucking movie. And I ended up loving it.
Yeah, it was about an hour or 15. I had to go. I usually to the closest town to me that has a movie theater is about an hour away. I had to go south 10 miles to get to the next town to see that movie.
Imagine how different the movie would have was, because I think she did an interview and she said Jackie Chan was the main role, but he gave it to her because he didn't want it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it would have been a lot of flip flopping in the whole.
That would have been really. I don't know.
It would have worked. It would have worked.
I like Jackie Chan. I
think it would have
would have
worked.
watched it anyway. But I'm glad Michelle Yeoh did it. I really am. And I mean, Jackie Chan said that Michelle Yeoh is the only female martial arts actor that he's afraid of. So
I love their Star Trek Discovery.
I do.
Awesome in that.
I like that series too. I'm so into it.
Well, in terms of Prey, I picked Prey because it was shocking to me. It was actually, I was shitting on the movie. I still think it's a stupid concept, but I thought it was very well made. I think the whole Native American thing, that still annoys me. But I thought when the fighting came and he did his gadgets and everything, I thought it was cool. They made him super stupid, but it is what it is. I thought everything, film-wise, it was shot very well. For especially the budget or whatever budget they gave him. And it tied to the second movie because I think they gave him the gun from Danny Glover's gun from part 2, the 1912 or 14 revolver, the musk gun at the end of the film.
Yeah.
So
I like the point to that. I like the foreshadowing there. That was neat.
So I thought it was cool. I don't know. I don't know how, like, there's a lot of stuff that I was like, she would have got her ass whooped. Like, he's super fast. But yeah, I thought it was a decent film though. It was pretty good. This movie I would have purchased on 4K, hands down. Prey.
Yeah, I'll if they ever get a physical release for this, I will definitely get it. But yeah, So Harrison wants to nominate RRR, and I think that's an Indian film. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, and it's 3 hours long too.
He
Um,
recommended
he
it to me.
told
I
us
gotta
that
see
on-
it. I have to see it. Yeah.
It's a 3-hour Indian action movie with musical dance numbers.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like weird stuff. So
It won the Golden Globe for best
Song.
original song or something, right?
Yeah, it's a song they
Yeah.
dance to in the movie.
Yeah.
My friend swears by it. Says it's amazing. So,
I heard a lot of people saying that too.
Yeah.
But Harrison was like,
Netflix.
"You like it."
yeah, it's
Yeah.
on Netflix.
So
All right, let's close the poll. And really close. But
Yeah,
with
it was
38% of the votes, Everything Everywhere All at Once takes
that was
Sleeper of
hands
the Year.
down. Yeah.
But Prey was almost there. It was tied for a while between those two movies.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I'm happy she got her first Golden Globe, right? She gave that great speech.
You know what? I had my movie got.
She told the guy to stop playing music because he could beat her up. She could beat him up.
It looks like my movie got 1 vote, which
Was
you know is right in line with it being a sleeper. I think it's still a sleeper to everybody.
Yeah.
So give it a watch. Check it out. It's pretty good.
I bought the Blu-ray because of your nomination, Nate. I haven't seen it yet, but
I read it.
I think you're gonna enjoy it. It's just weird, but you like Everything Everywhere All at Once is pretty weird. I've heard so. I don't think you're gonna have a problem with it. I think you might enjoy it.
I don't mind a little weird.
Yeah,
I like
let's-
weird.
I love a little weird.
Like
I
weird.
spit in the face of weird.
Speaking of weird, let's get into the Stinker Award. This is the award for the biggest disappointment of the year.
Oh, fuck.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad movie, although turds are possible. But this is a movie like you really had high hopes for, and it just didn't live up to your expectations.
I'll say this: if we all had to vote the same movie, I think Halloween Ends would be everybody's
Hey, whoa,
choice.
slow your roll.
Just saying.
Which is funny because it didn't actually get nominated.
Yeah, no one picked it. I
No?
can't believe it.
No one
No.
picked it. So the
Oh,
the
Lord,
nominees
what was I
for
thinking? I
Stinker
might
of the
change
Year
it. Can I change it?
from Rich, Thor: Love and Thunder; from Alex, Matrix Resurrections;
Oh yeah, I take that back.
from Nate, Jurassic World Dominion; and from me, Firestarter.
Dominion was worse than Halloween Ends, Nate?
Yes.
So if you listen to what David said there, he said a movie we had high expectations for.
That's
a movie,
true. That's
And
true. I
if you
take that
guys,
back.
if you don't know me, Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park, is my favorite movie of all time. Favorite. It's not close. I have other movies in my tops. It is my favorite movie of all time. And when this trailer was coming out, you could ask Alex, you could ask anyone I know. Like, I was like, oh my God, they're bringing back my guys. I'm not a world guy, Jurassic World guy. I thought Jurassic World was okay for nostalgia. Fallen Kingdom, but I saw Laura Dern. I saw Sam Neill. I saw Jeff Goldblum. I'm like, okay, now we're talking. And the trailer, whoever cut that trailer deserves a big raise wherever he works at.
Yeah.
Because I was hyped and I went to see this. And as soon as I'm seeing these freaking bugs flying around, I'm like, what is this? Like, to me, this movie had one job: be a movie about showing what happens when these dinosaurs get out in the world. This is what the title suggests. Dominion, right? Like taking over the world. That's what Fallen Kingdom made you think was going to happen. And instead, we get bugs. We get another facility, another island full of dinosaurs, another corporate. I don't go to Jurassic Park to see corporations, corrupt corporations. It's just not what I want. And so this was extremely disappointing for me. A huge pile of crap. Alex, did I hate Halloween Ends? Yep, I did. But I also wasn't as excited for it as
That's
I was
true.
for Dominion. And
Yeah.
this one like hurt my heart to sit there and watch as a Jurassic Park fan. So I did not like it.
He actually went to the theater dressed like Hamill,
A
the
raptor.
old guy. Yeah,
No, a raptor. I had a little mask like this. I'll send you a picture.
he had the raptor face.
I had a raptor face. I was like,
Jay
this is
calls
bull
it the
crap.
Birdie Award.
Well, I'll pick
I got
mine.
it.
I'll go to mine. Matrix whatever the hell it's called. Another R at the end.
Resurrections.
Resurrections. Piece of shit. It was a piece of crap. I was going into it like mad hype, like Neo is back. We're gonna have him and Agent Smith finally have this final duel. They recast Agent Smith, the original guy doesn't want to play him. The storyline was god awful. It was boring. I couldn't get into the movie. Neil Patrick Harris keeping Neo in this universe was really bad. But yeah, I can't even recommend it to anybody. And imagine if this movie came out with John Wick 3 at the same time that it was supposed to.
Oof.
John Wick 3 would have destroyed this movie in theater.
Mhm.
It would have destroyed it. In my book. But other than that, yeah, this movie was a pile of doo-doo. Whack.
My pick was, of course, Thor: Love and Thunder. You have Taika Waititi, the genius behind Jojo Rabbit, the genius behind Thor,
Ragnarok, yeah.
which I absolutely love. So I went into this movie fucking hyped. It's like, oh, we're gonna get another Taika Waititi Marvel film. Oh boy, was I let down. This shit was stupid from the opening credits. I was like, what?
Too jokey.
Yeah, and they made Thor like a fucking idiot. It was like he's a bumbling fool. Like, no, it turned me off.
Wasted a Christian Bale. Wasted because he was great in the movie. I thought he was great, but it's just too goofy.
How
way
was
too goofy.
Natalie Portman with the hammer?
Goofy.
Natalie Portman was great.
I thought Natalie Portman, she was stacked. I was really
She looked
impressed.
great.
She had CGI muscles, by the way, guys. They enhanced her.
worked out for
Yeah,
that.
they CGI.
No, she did, but she didn't. They CGI'd her to be stronger when she was in the Thor
In the suit.
gear.
She looked great.
Yeah.
It's all right.
roids
She's
her
still
out.
good.
You know what the problem was? Any second where there could be a serious moment, it was undercut by humor.
Yeah,
Every single time.
and the
Every
humor
time.
sucked.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even funny humor.
The screaming goats was funny once,
No.
and then they did it 96 times.
Yeah, and I did like
Taika Fatigi.
what's her name?
Nice,
No, no,
Harris.
Russell Crowe. I liked it the first time I seen it, but when you rewatch it a second time, no,
Zeus?
Yeah, it doesn't work. For
I
me.
like his Greek accent. It made me chuckle.
He should have slimmed down a bit. He looked kind of big. He was a little big.
I got to hear about Fire. You know, Firestarter made my bottom 5 of the year just overall. Like I thought it was horrible, but I want to hear what you thought.
The
about
trailer was garbage, but
Yeah.
go, David.
Yeah.
But
I think, and I think, and this is the reason why it's got no votes so far, because it was a turd, and it seemed like everybody knew it except for me.
Yeah.
I came in hopeful. I was like, I'm not going to see it in the theater because I was afraid I was going to be disappointed. I was afraid it would suffer by comparison. As soon as I saw Zac Efron was going to be in it. So I waited till it came out. I blind bought it. I never saw a trailer, never did anything, stuck it in my player. And I went, oh my God, that thing is like steam coming off of it. That shit was so fresh. It was.
I
bought it. I blind bought it on Blu-ray.
It was on Peacock.
Bought it on Blu-ray, and oh man, it was so bad. And I mean, literally my nomination was almost Licorice Pizza, because I hated Licorice Pizza.
That looked like
it got
creepy
it
movie.
It got such great reviews, and I was like, oh, and I love the cover art on the slip cover art was great. I was like, dude, I'm gonna totally get this. And then, oh man, I watched it, and what a pile of crap that was. So that probably should have been my nomination, but I was so pissed off at Firestarter and how bad it was. I had to pick that as my stinker of the year.
Yeah, I saw that it came out at the theater, but then I saw that it was playing Peacock same time.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I'm going to the theater. But that movie I was like, I don't want to go drive, so I'm just gonna watch it at home. And boy, oh boy, it's so. You want to talk about a boring movie? That's a boring movie.
Yeah.
Firestarter. There's no thrills. There's no nothing. It just sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a Marvel movie in a while. I haven't. I missed a lot of movies. I asked everybody. I'm like, how's Wakanda?
Spider-Man.
That was no. The other one, the Doctor Strange.
You saw Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that was the last
one. You didn't see the last 2.
Yeah. Well, Eternals I didn't see, but I didn't care for those.
Oh, that was before.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'll be honest. Out of the 4 movies we picked, David got probably the worst movie. But, it also wasn't under the it wasn't. These other 3 are like
people expected
billion-dollar franchise movies that turned out to suck.
Halloween. For the love of God, I don't know why
I
they
hated
picked
it.
Halloween because Halloween was doo doo, bro.
Alex,
I hated it.
reconsider this friendship.
Listen, Rich. Listen, don't start. That movie's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
But you know, while I'm standing above you in this chat window, I want you to know. Respect you as
I
a
don't know,
friend.
bro. That Halloween was
It's not a Halloween
atrocious.
movie. They should have just called
Yeah.
it. What was that kid's name?
Corey?
Corey.
Cor-
They should have
yeah.
called it Corey, the movie.
Well, it was a parallel story. It had nothing. I mean, really,
Yeah.
it wasn't Michael Myers. It was the parallel story about
Hey
the
guys,
kids.
check this out. This was the pitch meeting. Guys, check this out.
David's got to see.
We're gonna make this movie. Yeah, we're gonna make this movie where it's gonna be the final showdown between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. They're not brother and sister anymore, and they're finally gonna fight. Except only in the last 2 minutes, because the rest of the movie we're gonna follow Corey,
We're gonna follow
Who's Corey?
and his
the new
stupid ass
character
name.
that everyone wants to see. Corey, horrible.
Yeah. I mean, she had like
Horrible.
8 kitchen knives inside her set. She rammed it right through you. Let me tell you, you cannot ram a kitchen knife through a marble top. I'm telling you right now. You can't. But she
Laurie
could.
Strode's pretty strong.
Huh?
Pretty strong. She's pretty
I don't know.
strong.
I don't know how strong you
You
can
got her
be.
throat on.
I don't know how strong you can be.
We
I
went through a
mean,
human
geez.
person and the counter.
Yeah, that's that. You got to be
That's a
fucking
two-body
Drago.
now.
Yeah. But Turner
no.
liked it, so whatever.
Turner
I liked it.
He enjoyed that crap.
Is it
Sucker!
the worst? Is it the worst? It's not.
Yes.
Definitely the worst out of the trilogy, the last trilogy for sure.
I'll put it this way. Out of
Yeah.
how many Halloween movies are there?
20,
12?
Lot.
15.
Okay, it's
I don't know.
bottom 3. It's bottom 3.
which is the new trilogy, is about 3.
No, I'm saying Halloween ends if all the Halloween movies is bottom 3.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. I would agree.
It's
With
like
Yeah, I
Resurrection,
don't mind. I don't mind.
Rob
yeah,
Zombie Halloween 2, and this. That's like bottom 3.
Oh, and
I would
Halloween
agree.
6.
6 is better than this, and 6
Oh,
sucks.
Lord.
No,
The
6
producer's
sucks.
cut. Oh,
Listen, I
Lord.
said bottom 3. The
Yeah.
bottom 4 would be 6, and then
Yeah.
5, because those are
Yeah.
horrible too.
that was.
Dell says
Dell said
13.
13. Okay, I would easily put it in the bottom 3.
So okay, so voting is closed for the Stinker Award, and with 57% of the votes, Thor: Love and Thunder takes Taco for
That's bad.
biggest
How much money
disappointment.
did that movie make?
2
Did
billion.
it make a billy? Did it hit a billy?
Of
No
course,
way
Yeah,
that movie made $1 billion.
it made a billy, bro. It made a
Did
billy,
it?
billy.
It made over 400 US. I know that. Let's see.
Well, I think it cost $250 to make.
Was it better than Black Adam?
It made 760 million worldwide.
Wow.
250 million. It was pretty
Yeah.
close. Yeah,
Yeah, almost a billy.
almost a billy.
You almost got that billy, yo.
Almost. I mean, worse movies have made $1 billion.
All right.
Was it Black Adam?
Transformers: Age of Extinction.
Oh,
We
that
got-
was
we
so
got
bad.
3 more left, my brothers, and let's
right.
go to the next one. This is the Legacy Award. Legacy Award is for catalog titles that have been re-released in 2022, like 4K release or something like that. So let's go to the nominations. The nominations for Legacy Award are: for Rich, it's Beverly Hills Cop 2. From Alex, it's Amityville Horror.
Yay.
From Nate, it's Raging Bull.
Boo.
And from me, it's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Typical.
Yay.
And to my son, Busta Rhymes, that was Resurrection, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resurrection.
Okay, actually, you know what? He's right. I would put. No, I think I said that. Right. Resurrection last, then Rob Zombie Halloween, then ends.
Oof.
That's
It's a trifecta
I
of
agree with that.
trash. Yeah.
But I still enjoy them.
Hey, listen, to each their own, right?
That's
I-
right.
That's fine. I hated it. You liked it. That's cool. We're still friends.
I don't know. You're a Mets fan too. So
I mean, the thing I hate more about you is that you like the Cardinals, not that you like Halloween Ends. So is it, and that you hate Jim Carrey. That was also upsetting. But
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'm willing to look past those things. Well, yeah. Anyway, I went Raging Bull Criterion. This was the Criterion 4K. I mean, Criterion knocks it out the park every single release they do, as far as quality. Transfer, audio, all that kind of stuff. Special features, you don't even got to think about it. You know it's going to be loaded. But it's just such a great film. It's not a boxing movie. People think it's a boxing movie.
No.
It is not a boxing movie. It is a drama. It is a character study about Jake LaMotta. And yeah, there it is. It just great like audio and video, great film. Martin Scorsese, should have won Best Director for that, probably, but didn't. And De Niro was just De Niro and Pesci. Anything therein, I'm there. But De Niro is especially amazing in Raging Bull. So I was glad when it got a 4. I had the Blu-ray for years and years, and it looked good. But the 4K looks great too. Even though you hate black and white, it's a great looking black and white 4K.
And I will say, and I do not like black and white movies, but this is amazing.
Yeah,
better
in 4K is really good.
Well, I got this was my first ever Vinegar Syndrome purchase, and it was the Amityville Horror 4K. I enjoyed those movies. I prefer the Ryan Reynolds remake. I think that's the best one out of all of them.
I agree.
That's just me. But this one still captures the feel, the old 70s, right? I think it was 70s or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still great. The Vinegar Syndrome did a very nice job on the transfer on Amityville Horror. The sound was great. The only thing is that it doesn't auto detect, because I was talking to Nate and I was watching this shit in 2.0 and I was like, what the fuck is the 5.1? And he was like, bro, you got to go and switch it. So
go to the settings.
Yeah, so it sounded amazing. It looked great. My throat is going, but other than that, great purchase. I recommend it to anyone. I don't know if it's still available. I think it was like 1,000 made, but yeah.
It has a hard case too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the house in the front, and then in the back is the upside down cross with flies.
You gonna make it, bro?
Who?
You.
I'm good.
He's like, you're about to die live on air.
Like, I don't care which one gets when. So
the back is my vision.
The camera.
My back is the vision. Is my blurry vision I see right now. But yeah, I'm good. What you got, Rich?
I got Beverly Hills Cop. I love Eddie Murphy. This version of Eddie Murphy, the funny version of Eddie Murphy. Okay, I don't like the new Eddie Murphy. I love this movie.
What's the new
I'm
Eddie
not laughing
Murphy?
at you, Rich. I'm sorry. Harrison said, "Rest in peace, Alex." I'm sorry, Beverly Hills. I still haven't even seen Beverly Hills Cop 2.
It looks great in 4K.
Yeah, it was better than 1. The transfer.
What did you say, Alex?
The transfer was better than 1.
I agree.
Yeah, it was more sharper.
Hey, little plug. We're going to be doing a Tony Scott director spotlight. So I'm going to be watching this for the first time in like the next week or so.
Oh,
yeah.
And I still love his laugh in this. I don't know why. His laugh gets me every time.
Now, were you one of those, Rich, that hated the box art with the back where that guy looked like cartoon drawings? Like everybody was complaining online. Paramount, do better. Look at your case. You see how they look on the back? Those people, they look like cartoons, kind of. They look weird.
Oh, I don't see no problem with it.
Let me see.
I don't know if you can see that.
Right? Look at Eddie Murphy in that photo. He looks like a drawing.
I don't know. People complain about everything.
Exactly. People complain about it. I remember it was a thing. He looks like a drawing, and they're like, "Come on, do better." I'm like, "What's the big? Who stares at the box that much?" I didn't even notice it.
Idiots stare at the box.
I
And complain about that shit. Oh god.
But
Delon Movies has a good point here. True Romance. That was my backup pick. By the way, was the True Romance.
Romance was one of my backup picks too.
yeah.
And he said some other good movies there, but we were only allowed to pick one. So, Double Indemnity, although pretty much most of the Criterion 4Ks that came out would have been cool, but
yeah. Now, Dell was talking about Scream 4K, Shaft, and Double Indemnity. I did not care for the Scream 4K, the original one, because they went back to the old sound. I didn't get Dolby Atmos. And Raiders of the Lost Ark, which came out like way earlier, I get Dolby Atmos with this. So my pick for Raiders of the Lost Ark is because I got the same feel that I got in the theater when I first watched it. And that was cool. I had the surround sound speakers, things going off all around me, and it was really cool. So this gave me the same feels of being in the theater for the first time. And I think it was 81 when it came out, if I remember correctly. And so, yeah, I was 11 when that movie was released. You guys weren't even born yet. Well, maybe Rich, but
I was negative 6.
You were still swimming in your dad's nuts.
Yeah, but I think it gave it they gave it a better coating. in terms of the Adobe. They gave it a DTS HD Mastered 5.1, so that's higher than the Blu-ray.
Which one? Scream?
Yeah,
Screen?
Scream 4K. Yeah. So I mean,
But
you don't get the Adobe.
But it's not Adobe Atmos.
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't,
Adobe
I don't,
Atmos. but-
I don't get the Dolby Atmos. So yeah, the only thing, because I bought that on 4K too, and the only thing I get is my soundbar when they do that to me, and it's like, oh well, crap. But
But it had a steelbook.
it had a steelbook.
It had a steelbook.
That's okay.
I didn't get it, but it had one.
I mean, I'm with you. I wasn't too crazy with that one, anyways. But yeah,
Classic
Shaft,
movie,
I
though.
did not get Shaft.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I did not get Shaft on 4K, and I wanted to. But
I didn't. We
Um,
reviewed it, and I
You
said
know
no.
I did. You
Oh,
know
no.
I did.
This guy's a sucker for that.
yeah,
Shaft.
Rob was talking about 48 hours. We talked about that one. How
Yeah.
you were kind of disappointed in that 4K, Alex.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
That saved me some money.
Alex, you haven't bought that 2-pack? It's on sale right now. The 48-hour 2-pack.
Scott gave me the digital,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
so I was like,
It's like
Oh,
$36 for the two of them. The 2-pack.
I'm good.
Same.
got-
I have those
I
Paramount
got it
Presents
free.
Blu-rays, and I'm fine.
They
That's
took those. They took those and put it to 4K.
They keep doing it. They're doing it with Flashdance next. They did it with Almost Famous. I'm just gonna keep buying those Blu-ray ones. I don't care.
Yeah.
Is it the same kind of slip cover they put on them? The same one?
Nope, it's a regular one.
Oh, okay.
The 48 hours is the same cover for all of them.
No,
With
no,
Eddie
he's
Murphy
saying
McNulty.
the slip cover for the 48 hours is not the same as the Paramount. It's not the fold
Oh,
out.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
meant.
No,
regular.
you don't get the fold out.
It's not
yeah.
numbered or none of that.
You just get Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy
Yeah,
together.
if you notice, all the Paramount Presents movies, they're all remastered in 4K and then put onto Blu-rays. So the Blu-rays look really good.
Mhm.
So, and they're not movies to me. Most of them are not movies that I'm like dying for 4K of anyway. And now they're starting to do 4Ks, Double Jeopardy and Liberty Valance and
That's my favorite conversion so far.
yeah, and Blue Hawaii. So it's
Right.
cool.
I
Whatever.
wanted that Double Jeopardy. I don't know.
Yeah, I bought it.
The not Evil Dead, Dawn of the Dead. Is that Snyder?
It's getting good reviews, by the way, from
Yeah,
High Def Digest.
The
Said
the
transfer's really
underrated
good.
the underrated cut is the better cut. The theatrical is not even the 4K upgrade; it's the 2K upgrade, which sucks because they already did the 4K upgrade, but they just didn't want to release it. So it sucks.
All
All right,
right,
David, what we got?
voting was closed on the Legacy Award, and the winner with 63% of the votes is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
What? Okay, it looks great.
I mean,
it
it's
looks
the
great.
best
I-
movie.
Yeah.
Maybe the best movie.
I would have been happy if Raging Bull would have got it. That would have been my second pick for sure.
Better franchise.
Yeah, more
So,
famous.
Yeah.
More famous. Definitely gets the marks there.
Someone in here said that it's the only one that has a ride at Disney, but only in California because I'm in
that
Orlando
was-
here.
That was my son, my oldest son, Eric.
Oh,
So-
okay. Yeah, our Disney World, we don't have that ride. We have a
Yeah.
ride called Dinosaur. That's the same, like
Woohoo.
it's a
You know, it's
truck,
funny.
but it's not the same ride.
Temple of Doom looks good with the red popping when they're in the tunnels, and then Crystal Skull looked the best because it's like the modern indie. Yeah,
Temple of Doom looks good. I like
yeah, I love Temple of Doom. It's my favorite one.
it. All right. So two more left. The next category is the 4K transfer of the year. This is not necessarily the best movie, but the best 4K transfer of new releases on physical for 2022. And the nominees are from Rich, Malignant, from Alex, The Batman, from Nate is Dune, and from me is Top Gun Maverick.
Damn.
This
What a
is
list.
heavy hitters. This is heavy hitters.
This is a big one right here.
It makes my archa hurt.
Now,
Let's
like
go.
if
Let's go.
you're,
Get those
I know,
votes in.
get those votes in. I know from earlier, as far as the chat, not everyone loved Dune. I did enjoy Dune. I stayed out of the little conversation, but I enjoyed the film quite a bit. But as far as a disc goes, this thing looks amazing.
It
Okay,
does.
it sounds amazing.
Great. Yeah.
And I feel like on the technical level, if it wasn't the best, it definitely deserved to be mentioned amongst them. I think Top Gun Maverick looks and sounds amazing. I think The Batman looks and sounds amazing. I haven't watched Malignant on 4K, but I like that movie a lot. I bought it. I just haven't watched it, so I can't say.
It looked
But
great.
yeah,
The
Dune and the movie I picked for my movie of the year, either one of them I feel like could have been in this category, but I think Dune was just a technical a marvel, especially the disc was amazing.
Yeah, look, I picked Batman because I love Batman, but I thought even watching it in a theater, and you put the disc into your 4K, it's like you got your IMAX at home. It looks fantastic. The sound is outrageous when he turns on that Batmobile for the first time.
Oh,
My kids ran because they were scared because I bumped that shit up. I was like, yo, I gotta bump this. I need, it's the darks were very well darked. Like it was true dark. I know sometimes it'll look like this dark, like grayish dark to some films, but it was black as night. This film,
Ink,
so
the ink black.
yeah, ink black. It just looks like a comic book come to life. So, and I love the movie. I think it's one of the best stories told on screen. So that's the reason why I picked 4K transfer. But I agree. Top Gun Maverick, to me, switching from the ratio of IMAX enhanced to regular is one of the best things they ever created. And I think every movie that comes out in IMAX should be allowed to come out to us as people that buy physical.
Yeah.
To give us that option. But anyway,
I
Batman
agree.
all the way.
I picked Malignant because obviously the big budget movies are always going to get the most, love. But Malignant, this looked fantastic. I held off on the Blu-ray, and when I popped this in, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like you're talking about blacks, it's dark. The colors of the reds and all that other stuff just really, really pop. And it sounds great, so that's why I picked it.
Yeah.
We all had to pick Top Gun for something.
We all had to pick Top Gun.
David cashed that check on this
I
one.
cashed that check on 4K transfer, and I mean, but yeah, it is absolutely amazing. And really, my second choice and almost the one I picked was Moonfall, even though not a very
that
good
was
movie,
a good one.
but the 4K transfer on that was phenomenal.
And the
And
sound.
I really still almost picked that over this because I knew this was going to be nominated for other things. But I've seen this so many times on 4K. I can't deny how good it is, how good it sounds, the picture quality. It is really, really good. And despite being like one of the greatest movies of the year, if not the greatest movie of 2022, it was just a phenomenal 4K transfer. So it absolutely deserves to be nominated with these guys. But yeah, I love the Batman. I agree with everything you said, Alex. That Batman, the quality of that transfer is amazing. Dune would have been my third pick, and because Dune is just, the sound is my favorite of Dune. How they did the voice, and I shook my house with that. It was that good. So
All bangers, all day.
just a huge list. And Malignant is great. I have not gotten the 4K, but after Rich talked about it, I am going to go get the 4K for that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Especially when she's sitting there and she's seeing the other dude die and the whole room turns into the area.
It gets all
That
like
shit
weird.
that's just awesome.
I haven't watched it at home at all. I saw it at the theater and then I never watched it at home. I also didn't get the Blu-ray. And then when I found out they were getting a 4K, I was like, oh, sweet. So then I bought the 4K. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but
It looks good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That movie was wild. It's one of those movies that I first saw and I was like, what the hell did I watch? I'm not sure if I liked it. And as the days went on, I was like, I'm pretty sure I love that movie. Like, it's so weird and wild, and that I think I actually really liked it.
I think with Maverick, what makes Maverick, I think, stand out of all the films that we picked is the fact that when you sit in the middle of your sound bar, you literally feel like you're flying an F-16 when he hits those sonic booms.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, I'm going to say this now, and I bet a lot of people go crazy, but Terminator 2, everybody says, is the best action sequel ever made. I say stand to the side, buddy, because Top Gun Maverick, it's on par with Terminator 2. Now, it's just depending on which storyline you like. Of course, there's two different style of movies, but I think this is a solid one of the greatest sequels put on screen.
Now,
yeah.
When they announced this movie, man, was everybody like, was it just me? Like, this movie's fucking 30 years too late. I was like, what's the point?
I would have if it wasn't for the fact that I love Tom Cruise. And as soon as he was like, yeah, I'm doing it, I'm like, oh no, then it's going to be something. It's going to be something.
Once I knew he was on board, if it wasn't going to star somebody else, then I would have been like, if they were like, oh yeah, Top Gun 2 starring Glenn Powell, And I would've been like- and I'd have been like, I'm glad he was in it. He did a good job in it. But if he was the main character, I'd have been like, no.
I will say, to Alex's point, I think, I'm a Terminator 2 guy, but as far as legacy sequels, I don't think there's a better one than Top Gun Maverick. That sequel that comes out 30 years after the original, where they do these with movies sometimes and it never works. Coming to America, for example, or there's a countless amount that you could be like, wow, why are they doing this? This is the best one of those. By far, it's not even close.
Oh yeah, leaps and bounds, like shooting a bullet and throwing it compared to anything.
It's amazing. It's better than the first movie. It's way better than Top Gun. I mean, Top Gun's cool. I wasn't an 80s kid, so I didn't grow up with it. But Maverick is a better film on like every level, pretty much.
Yeah. No, I absolutely agree with that. And I am an 80s kid. I love Top Gun.
Yeah.
But this is the only movie I saw twice in the theater last year.
I wish I got to see it.
I saw it twice in IMAX. It was great.
Yeah.
I saw it 3 times in theater.
Yeah, I missed out on it.
Well, you would have probably been blown away if you did.
Most likely.
Literally.
Most likely.
Your face would have been blown off of your face if you saw it in
But not this year. Not this year. I'm John Wick 4. I'm all up in it.
Blow your face off your face.
Blow my face, John Wick. Right on my face.
And in the poll, 4K transfer of the year with 54% of the votes goes to Top Gun Maverick.
I mean,
it doesn't matter. They're all heavyweights. So
they're all heavyweights. Not surprised. I am surprised it's by that much.
I voted for it. I voted for other people's picks on a lot of these.
The votes in. Okay. The final category, this is for the 2022 movie of the year, released on physical in 2022. And the nominees are from Rich, Everything Everywhere All at Once, from Alex, Top Gun Maverick, from Nate, The Northman, and from me, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Right. So I keep going first, so I'll just keep it going.
Keep going.
This was Alex's turn to cash in the Top Gun Maverick check. He got to go first, so he got it. That was my number one movie of 2023, period. Physical release or not, just my number one favorite. The Northman, though, was my second. Like, it was way up there on my list. Definitely another, I this year I feel like I liked more weird movies than normal. I don't know, maybe the older I get, like the more I'm into this, seeing some things that are really different. And the Northman felt different than most of these like historical, like, epic type movies. First of all, it's not super long. It's not like 3 hours like most of these movies are. Secondly, it had a fantasy element, but kind of, like there's like that witch and there's some interesting visuals. I thought the movie was gorgeous. This was another one like I could have put it up there for like 4K transfer. Like, it looks amazing. I thought Skarsgård was great. I thought Anya Taylor-Joy was great. I love Nicole Kidman as an actress, and I hated her in this movie, so I thought she did a fantastic job. But yeah, I thought the Northman caught me off guard because Robert Eggers is 50-50 for me. I did not really like The Lighthouse. I do like The Witch. So I was like, I'm 50-50 on this guy. And this might be my favorite overall from him. It felt like he wasn't trying to be overly weird, but just trying to sprinkle in some of those eccentricities that he has as a director. So I thought it was a great movie. But Top Gun Maverick is probably my real number one.
Yeah, look, when it comes to the Top Gun Maverick, my expectations was low. I was like, this movie's gonna be doo-doo. Once I got to finally see it on digital, I was like, this is the best sequel I ever saw. I think the same day I saw it twice. The same day I saw it. But watched it more at the afternoon, and then at night we rewatched it again. That's how good it was. And the fact that these guys were really flying, I think that's what made the movie really good. The practical flying. So I had to pick Top Gun Maverick for that.
What more can I say about Everything Everywhere at Once? I preach about this movie any chance I get. I love this movie. Top Gun was my number 2 pick, but this one is my number 1 pick. Enough said.
Mm-hmm.
I got to put this up here. The Northman was pretty good. The Lighthouse was a long, boring fart joke.
He ain't wrong. The Lighthouse was too weird for me. I was like, what am I watching? This is bizarro.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say about these movies? These are all bangers. These are amazing movies. I am not an Eggers fan. I did not like The Witch or Lighthouse, but I loved The Northman, and it's a great transfer, beautiful movie, really well done. So yeah, this was almost, again, it was almost my sleeper pick of the year because this was a big surprise for me because I don't like Eggers at all.
Mhm.
Well, what can you say about Everything Everywhere All at Once? It was like, it's my biggest surprise of the year. Great movie, definitely top three for me. And then for Top Gun Maverick is like, yeah, if it wasn't for my pick, and the only reason why Spider-Man No Way Home gets my pick, and that's because it came out early in 2022 and it was my highest scoring movie of that year from physical release. It just narrowly beats out Top Gun Maverick for me, score wise. But I loved all four of these movies, so I am not disappointed if any of them win. I think these are just awesome picks, and if we could only get the Oscars to do this, this would be great. But you're not going to get that, and that's kind of why I do this show, was so we can nominate stuff that the average person watches, like that everybody like. Okay, these are all blockbuster picks. They all made good money in the box office. I mean, even Northman did pretty well, and really all really good 4K releases. So, but yeah, what I've always done when I do it solo is I go by the score, and my son also said that. But yeah, I have the googly eyes slipcover too, Rich. I mean, but yeah, I don't think we can go. I don't think we can go wrong with any of these picks. I absolutely don't. I think any of these could win. Respect the system. Dell says Northman was pretty good. Yeah, that was the fart joke. I love that one. I want to save that as one of my favorites, Dell. I might display that again. Let's display that again. So okay, so we're gonna let this go for a little bit longer than normal, and then we'll put this up. But yeah, we've got 12 votes so far. I'd like to see some more votes come in. So you guys, if you're in there, and well, that's about as many people that are watching now, so that's probably gonna be it. But what do you guys think of the awards as a whole? Do you think everything, was it interesting? Did we get, I mean, there's some surprises, I think, but what do you think about the people in the chat getting to vote for the winner? And do you think that was kind of a cool? Did you get some curveballs that you didn't expect?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's great to have the people vote for anything. We like I had mentioned when we were on the little pee break there, we have a tournament coming up, and same thing. Like, I want people, you guys, watchers, viewers, home people who watch these movies and stuff like that, to vote. So I thought it was a lot of fun. As far as curveballs, no snubs. Yeah, I think Alex was right. I feel like Halloween Ends should have been in the crap award, but you know what? I'm not mad at any of the ones that were in there because they all sucked. So, it's not like we put a good movie in the stinker section.
Yeah.
That would have been a real treat.
Yeah.
Real, yeah, that would have been.
Like someone puts like Top Gun Maverick in like stinker award. That would have been hilarious.
I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know why, but Bullet Train never showed up.
So I had Bullet Train as my backup for action film, but I got to go ahead of Alex, and he had already picked Top Gun. So I had Bullet Train ready. I really liked the movie. I could have put it in comedy or action, like kind of like Unbearable Weight. But I was going to put it in the action section. So Bullet Train was one of my honorable mentions that I didn't get to use. Again, Beast. There was a lot of movies that I enjoyed this year, and so it was cool.
Cool.
He loves Halloween.
Yeah, he likes that Halloween.
Yeah.
He knows it's bottom three, and he still likes it. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Bullet Train. That's another one. I think it did well. The 4K transfer was good. Really good action movie. It could have been nominated for movie of the year for sure. It could have been nominated for sleeper pick because that was another one. It's just that, like, another one had everybody and their dog in it. Yeah,
Love the slip.
Yeah,
Don't
this
own
was
it
the
yet.
better. This was the better one, I
Yeah,
think.
I've
Oh, he
got-
got the steelbook. Yeah,
I've got the steel book of that.
I think I like the slip better.
I like
I
that. I like Walmart with them because this one, an unbearable weight, they went with like hand drawn. It looks like a poster, like a cool movie poster. But they don't always do that.
Another one we didn't vote for. I don't know if you guys did. You guys watch The Woman King and have you
Yeah,
thought
I like that.
I liked it.
I
I
enjoyed
didn't like
that.
it enough to put it over anything else.
Yeah, I just couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't put it over any of my top picks. If I'd have been, I think I had it around for action movie or drama. I think I had it for drama as one of my picks. But since I got to pick first, I had to go with King Richard as my pick for drama.
Yeah,
But,
like my top 10 for last year. It's like it was hard to put them in. It was like Top Gun Maverick was my one. X was up there. Northman, Barbarian. So they were all nominated for stuff. 3,000 Years of Longing for me was in my top 10. I voted for that. Banshees, that didn't come out on disc till this year, so I couldn't pick. I couldn't pick that. The Menu didn't come out on disc till this year, so I couldn't pick that. The Batman did come out, but Alex grabbed it for that one. And then Glass Onion we did, and then Wakanda Forever, which hasn't come out yet. So it was like I tried to get at least all of my top 10 or as much as the ones that I could get in as far as my picks.
Okay. Dell suggests maybe having all 4 panelists give nominations for all awards. Okay, Dell.
Oh,
I hear you. Got to have an
Suggestion box.
honorable mentions category. Yeah, throw it in the comments, you guys. I love to get that. Let us know, anything you want us to vote for. Because I like the collectors award. I like that one where we got to pick our favorite purchase because we're all kind of collectors. So it was good to kind of get that out. Most everyone died and Brad Pitt was hilarious. Yeah, okay. Loved Bullet Train. Evan enjoyed it for what it was. Bullet Train was great.
enjoyed it for what it was. Here he goes. He knows what he's doing.
Evan,
He knows what
Evan does not like any of
Evan like, and you know what else? He knows that I hate that phrase.
Banshees and Hustle. That's what Evan liked, if I remember right.
Yeah, he liked Hustle and the Banshees. But he knows that I hate that phrase. Enjoy it for what it was. That's why he's doing
For
that.
what it was. It's
Trolling
good
me.
enough for who it's for.
Yeah.
As my
I like
dad
a movie for being a movie. Okay.
A
Cool.
movie.
All right, voting is closed. I went 9 minutes, and we didn't get any new votes in the last couple minutes, so I closed it out. The winner taking home Movie of the Year for 2022 with 33% of the votes is Spider-Man No Way Home.
What?
Oh, get the hell out of here. That movie was doo-doo. Oh,
Rich and Alex said this is home court advantage.
No.
that movie is not movie of the
I need to
year.
recount.
No, you know
Yeah.
why? Because David's
Uh.
14 kids all voted for him. That's why.
All my 14 kids and my grandkids have accounts.
That's
and,
right.
They all
Just kidding. I know you don't got 14 kids, but they were all here.
go for it.
It was fair. That's a popular movie.
My daughter didn't vote for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think it's that weird that it won. I don't agree with that. I think that was a very popular film. I mean, why?
It is.
She
It's
voted for Top Gun. My daughter
Yeah.
voted for Top Gun. So
There's no
okay.
way you can tell me that Spider-Man beats out Top Gun. There is no way. But it happened tonight.
Spider-Man beat
It happened.
everything everywhere all at once.
I can believe that. I didn't even see that movie, so
How does Spider-Man beat Halloween Ends?
that I don't know. That one I don't know. I don't know how Spider-Man beat Halloween Ends. Maybe because the Halloween Ends
Spider-Man.
wasn't nominated. That's how.
shut up.
that's
You
how-
were not texted. I cannot. I'm typing on 2 computers at the same time. I do not have my phone out.
I was texted. He's saying this is collusion.
You were
Collusion.
so not getting paid. I mean, I did not type anything on my phone.
No, listen, fair is fair. You know what? At the end of the day, if you came to our stream, guess what? All the people who watch us, there will be. I think it was fair. We all won categories. We all
obviously,
lost
yeah.
categories. We're just joking. And Spider-Man was a super popular movie, so
Yeah.
it's not that weird to me.
It's not weird, but
I
it is
just
what
wish
it is.
we watched
It is what it is. You people are nuts. I tell you, nuts.
Well, look, Evan liked the third movie this year. Movie I really enjoyed was Kimmy on HBO Max. Yeah, it was all right.
Kimmy.
Soderbergh. It was,
Recount?
it was okay.
All right, but I mean, no, the votes were really close. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said,
I don't believe it. but
Except for that one that I got 0. That was not close.
there was one where I got zero.
Yeah, it happens to the
Nobody
best of
voted on
us.
Firestarter. There was like everybody knew that was shit, David, except for you.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining, even though you're like all pissed off about the last one.
Not me. Not me.
No, it was
If
okay.
this
with
is
that.
Alex's
this-
room is getting darker and darker because he's so mad. It's like turning
dimming.
black in there.
He's like, it's dimming. I'm slowly.
What's that song like from Willy Wonka? The lights are going. Something
There's
is
no
wrong. He's
way.
losing his mind.
Is going. Is it raining? Is it snowing?
But I want to thank you for having us on, David.
Yeah, thank you, David.
East Coast time. It's pretty late over here. I'm a little tired. But
I
it was
appreciate
fun.
you guys hanging out. We almost went 3 hours. I apologize for the.
Alex
I
is
mean, I
always
might
there.
needed an IV bag by the time we hit a 4 hour, but I think I drank so much electrolytes within
Hey,
3
listen,
hours.
we've been this long
See
on our
again.
show
That's true.
on the Thanksgiving one, and I almost fell asleep. So I feel like I'm proud. I stayed very awake this whole time.
I am very proud. You guys both. Well, both one of you stayed awake. This whole time.
Yeah, it's 11:55 where I am, so it's pretty late.
I really appreciate that. So, like I said, Firestarter was a sleeper stinker. Thanks, son. I'm on with Mega Mike tomorrow to talk about Tom Hanks. Nice, Dell.
All right, go check them out.
Cody had fun. Thanks, Cody. This award show was epic. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate that.
Roberto.
Thank everybody in the chat.
Great
man.
show. I want to thank you guys so much for staying with us and voting. Yeah, 8:55 here in California. Don't rub it into these
Bastards.
guys, Robert.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Robert,
bastards.
shut up.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but after this, I can actually just go and make dinner because
Oh,
I ate dinner 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
6
for
hours.
dinner. I'm gonna have a bag of ice on top of
You're
it.
gonna have an
Nothing else.
IV.
hey guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have an IV bag and a lot of ibuprofen.
Don't worry,
Well,
Alex. You're gonna sleep like a
hopefully-
baby tonight.
Oh please, these kids
I
are gonna
get-
wake up at
If
3.
you got delivery,
I get
you
leftover
apples-
chicken nuggets from my
chicken
grand.
nuggets.
Oh snap.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well, next week,
Thanks, baby.
hopefully, if I'm not feeling like this, but next week we have our action hero tournament.
I'm looking
hopefully.
forward to that.
Hopefully.
Come check
But,
us out.
Yeah. It's gonna be a big tournament. We already released the rounds. It's gonna be John Wick versus Neo. Then it's gonna be Han Solo versus Indiana Jones. Is the block of Harrison, the block of Keanu.
That was hard.
Yeah, you guys are gonna pick. We're gonna break everything down. I've been doing videos and everything and
And I just want to comment
profiles.
production. Dude, that
Huh?
shit is awesome. It's like
Oh, the
how
trailer?
it looks like he works for fucking ILM, man. Because his shit is always looking so professional.
He probably did the trailer for that movie that I said had a good trailer. Oh, Jurassic World. I mean,
Yeah.
Alex
He
did it.
probably cut that.
I was like, oh, this movie looks great.
I tried to do that. I was like, man, I gotta try to make my intros and outros look like Alex, and it just like 10 pounds of shit and a 5-pound bag.
Send him a check. I'm hiring him out for to do your guys' intros. He
I'll let
accepts
you take a couple
PayPal.
weeks to heal, Alex, before I start asking you for help.
Yeah, by the
God.
way, we got some really fun matchups. A little plug. Really fun matchups in this tournament. We have 64 action movie hero characters.
wow.
There are women characters, not all men. So every fourth battle will be 2 women versus
Yeah.
each other. So, and if you're thinking of like the women major ones, they're all in this, just so you know.
Yeah.
And ultimately, we got some really, really good ones. A lot of ones where it's one actor facing himself. So like tomorrow or Monday, it will be Keanu versus Keanu and Harrison versus Harrison. And there are multiple other ones that are like that. This is the preliminary rounds. And then once it goes to 32, that's when it's going to get really wild. So we're going to do voting in the chat like you guys did. So come check us out. And then we're also going to do voting on my Instagram. So if anybody doesn't follow me, Netflix Reviews on Instagram, I will be putting in my story and we will tabulate the votes from the chat and from Instagram. And then like the next episode, we will reveal who won each one basically.
Yeah.
So you have 2 chances to vote. You can vote twice. I don't care. But yeah, get your votes for your favorite action. Guys, I think it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, and then I think hopefully the last episode of the month will be Director Spotlight Tony Scott Part 1. We broke them into 2 parts. So January for February is Tony Scott month in terms of movies.
Yeah, I can't wait for that tournament, and I like Tony Scott's movies, so I'm going to check out your director spotlight for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And thanks for having us. This was a blast.
No, this was great. I mean, my voice is shot, but
He's sick, but if he wasn't, he would have been having even
Sorry
more
you're
fun.
not feeling well,
oh
Alex.
yeah, I would have been going nuts, and I would have been in the basement, but
Yeah.
we upstairs.
Everything's all dark, and you're
I'm gonna go to bed like Dracula. I'm just gonna get up and just fall backwards like this.
you're like,
Bang.
Man, I hope you.
No, like the mom in Nightmare on Elm Street, where she like slowly goes into the foggy bed, and it's like there's like lightning shooting out of it. She just goes
just to
nothing
regenerate. I need that lightning, bro. Let me tell you, I need creativity lightning too, because this tournament has been beating my ass creativity wise. Oh Lord.
When you drop that,
I mean, I put some work in mine, but I'm sure you take the taco, bro.
The taco, yeah.
You know,
Well, it's funny because I have another one, but it's all females, so it's gonna be a female teaser trailer for the tournament.
Ooh. So we love the ladies too. You know?
I wanted to do the guys, but then I felt like we should highlight the females also. So I'm gonna do a package for the females. So I don't want people to be like, "Oh, it's all dudes."
And you know, and we know you want Nate's dad, so
and I want Nate's dad.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm working on considering if I will let him ever come say hello.
Maybe when we have like Charles Bronson versus whoever he knows,
he does like Death Wish. So
there you go. We can have him.
He likes Clint Eastwood a lot too. He likes old westerns and Dirty Harry.
Oh, got it. Shoot, I was gonna say that's my dad right there. You give him the spaghetti westerns, and he is in.
He likes it. He watches this TV channel called Grit all day.
The Grit.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna throw the intro back on. But you guys, thank you so much for joining us. For Rich and I, we really appreciate you, Nate and Alex, joining us for the show. It's been great. I love the award show. I would love to have you guys back next year if you're interested.
Yeah, why not?
If we're still alive, we'll do it.
Yeah.
If I don't have whatever I have,
I'm kind of worried that he won't make it.
You might have we'll
do it with Alex's corpse. Me and Alex's corpse.
We'll do a weekend at Bernie's with Alex's corpse, and
it'll be fun.
Put sunglasses on him, and
yes,
what
Rich,
do you think?
you can call me whenever you want.
All right, man.
Yeah. Let's get out of here, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys on Monday night for our show, where we're gonna do our new releases. We're gonna review some new releases, like what was it? We had Clerks 3. We're gonna talk about.
Nice.
And because I'm gonna try to watch it. I'm not a fan.
Mad disappointed. Clerks 3. That shit.
You know. We're looking at Troll on Netflix.
Troll?
Pale Blue Eye.
The Pale Blue Eye with Christian Bale.
I started that. I watched 5 minutes of it and I turned it off. Not because it was bad. I just changed my mind. And
I'm done. Yeah. What else? We've got 5 that we're gonna take a look at.
Pale Blue Eye, Clerks 3, Troll. I think that's
Troll 2 is the joint.
No, it's a new Troll. It's like a new one.
I do the old ones.
Film
it's like a big action movie with a big troll in it or something.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like, I'm just going to say it right now, is I wish it was in their native language instead of dubbed. I hate dubbed.
Yeah, I'm already chaps.
Rich, you should have put the subtitles in the other language. That way you could feel like you're reading another language, but it feels like you're hearing them speak it.
I'd rather watch a movie.
Put on the Chinese subtitles. Give it a crack.
There you go.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to throw our intro on and we're out of here. You guys take care, be safe, and enjoy the movies.
Peace.